All right, Inside Sports, we are back at it. We got a loaded show, a lot to cover, a lot to go over from recruiting, NFL draft, loads of stuff, as well as some early talk with some coaches. So can't wait, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Before we do it, we'll thank our sponsor here at Naughty Pretzels. Go ahead, naughtypretzels.com. Head over there, the official pretzel of beer, the official pretzel of Home Squad Sports. Man, great pretzels over there. Buffalo wings, smoky cheddar bacon, ranch, garlic and herb, honey mustard, and sea salt. And you can also get them at your local Publix. You can get them on Amazon. Type in Naughty Pretzels, all that good stuff, and they'll have you good to go. But before we get into everything, first and foremost, Dalton, how you doing, man?
Good, man. I feel like it's been the longest week ever.
Yeah,
I feel like we haven't had this show in so long.
I know.
I don't know why, but it
'Cause-
just feels like it's been forever.
I think it's because we were on the road 2 weeks in a row, and then now we're like all of a sudden, yeah, we're just kind of like chilling. Didn't have a week on the
It's just a
road.
long week, it felt like. But besides that, man, everything's good. Just ready
Hell
for
yeah.
this NCAA tournament.
Yeah, NCAA tournament. We'll definitely fit some NCAA tournament talk at the end. My Gonzaga Bulldogs were poised for a run. Dalton's Florida Gators trying to repeat, which I think y'all are pretty much a shoe in for Final Four.
I mean,
I
they
think
kind
that.
of screwed us in the bracket. They got us playing in Houston,
Okay.
in the same bracket as Houston, and we're the 1 seed. So we got to play a road game against Houston if we make it that far, and we're the 1 seed. It's definitely jacked up, but.
Okay.
Either
I
way.
mean, you got a gripe there. I guess I didn't pay attention to that.
Every Florida fan's been complaining about it all day, but it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it should be – I think this year's tournament's not going to be as good as usual. But we say it all the time, it seems like. Then it ends up living up to the hype.
Yes,
so
we do.
I think it'll be good and, get us something to watch. It's a slow time of football right now. I mean, spring ball's solid. We love spring ball.
We do.
We love recruiting, but, pads popping, not much going on. So,
Yeah.
You got to have some real competition, and basketball will give us that for at least a couple weeks.
Yeah, agreed. I think, like I said, recruiting, could talk that all day, but nothing like some pads popping with spring ball. We'll get into that as well, getting some reports for spring ball. We'll go ahead and play the intro and get into the show. Let's get into it. All right, Dalton. Everyone knows the drill. If you're familiar with the program, we got Friday 5 from last week. 5 prospects every single week. 5 dogs you absolutely got to know. Some guys we've seen in person, on the Elite 11 camp trail, like our guy Jace German, who we'll start up with. But obviously, some guys who we don't know, and some guys we found on the internet, or if the guys sent their film in, whether it be coaches, players themselves, and all the above. So the first, like we said, Jace German is a quarterback we got to see at Elite 11 out of Georgia. Absolute dog. Then we got tight end Parker Rowe, corner August Sanders, and then edge Hunter Elegon, and I don't know this. I'm going to murder this last name, but interior offensive lineman Warwick Vlan Blaricone. Give it up for those gentlemen, fine young men. Fine young men. Yeah, most of these guys, I know 2 of these guys don't have any offers, I don't think. I know Parker Rowe doesn't have any offers. He's an absolute dog. Heck of a tight end. Shout out to him. We'll get into some more recruiting news. We got some talk from Jake Nawrot, our guy, who is caught up in some UK and U of L storm of recruiting. He's on neither team, still getting recruited, but he was caught up in the hailstorm of the rivalry, our guy. So I'll go ahead and we got a quote from him from his trip, which would be awesome to get into. But first, Dalton, we're gonna get some other things like our coaching hot seats, some guys that you think on the hot seats. Before we get into that, just talk about we'll talk about recruiting. We'll talk about Jake Nawrot and his recruiting life, and just recruiting aspect has skyrocketed these past couple weeks. We've kind of got a front row to see that, seeing him throw at Elite 11. He's now at number 6 in the nation overall. What do you think of Jake? And, people are saying he's linked to Kentucky. We're about to talk about that, but what are your overall thoughts and maybe a good landing spot for him?
I mean, he's a real ball slinger, and he's what you want in a quarterback. When we talked to him off the field, I mean, he's humble as could be.
Yeah, for sure.
If you talk to him, you definitely wouldn't think he's a 6th ranked quarterback, man.
For sure.
So he's so humble and down to earth, and he's great at football. So any of them would be lucky to have him. I think he's more a pro style guy from what I've seen.
Yeah.
So maybe a more pro style offense would suit him well.
For sure.
Instead of real spread it out, let the quarterback run. I'm not saying he's not athletic, but it's just not his first, MO.
Right.
He's a better to just getting the ball, drop back in the pocket and slinging it. So maybe Alabama style offense, before these past couple of years.
Yeah. The new Bama, I guess old Bama. We gotta call him.
Bama, yeah.
I guess we gotta call him.
There's not many offenses like that anymore. Even
that's true.
Notre Dame, I guess, is pretty pro style.
Yeah, pretty pro style. I mean, Ohio State's pretty pro style a lot of times if you got to look at them. So then Iowa, you always look at Iowa. But
I'm trying to think of a good one though. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean
he's
getting looked at obviously by everybody. Everyone in the nation knows Jake Nawrot's name, rightfully so now. But Arizona State's heating up for him. Kentucky's heating up for him. But I think we're going to see some bigger programs come biting. In my opinion, what do you think?
I like that.
You say where?
I like Arizona State for him too.
Yeah.
I guess I like Dillingham, man, and
yeah,
he really developed Levitt. Nobody knew Levitt before he went transferred in there. So.
Yeah, I think I don't know what it is. The Arizona State and Kentucky, it looks like they're kind of battling for like multiple guys. Will Stein's planting his flag there. He's going after all the top quarterbacks. Jake Nawrot being one of them, our guy. So can't wait to talk about that, and we'll get into that quote here. But yeah, man, he had the Heisman. I don't know if anyone's been on Twitter, but he was on visit. He got to see the Heisman Trophy of Lamar Jackson's, and that's what stirred up all this controversy. So I'll get into it and kind of break down this drama for our boy Jake. He's caught in this hailstorm. He's just taking a picture against the Heisman. You don't see a Heisman Trophy ever.
Yeah, of course.
I've never seen one.
No, I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen one. So it's like a replica. And here's what I know. So Pete Nocta is now on the staff at Kentucky with Will Stein. Obviously, Will Stein played quarterback, which this Will Stein versus Jeff Brom, this whole this rivalry, there's like movie worthy. They both went to the same high school. They're both from the same town. They both went to the same college. Both quarterbacks. Now they're coaching against each other.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, come on. I mean, it's a movie.
Very underrated storyline.
We need like some couple great games, and we got a movie. That's it. So that's the backstory. Is Pete Nocta is now on staff. So he played and I think coached Lamar Jackson at Louisville. That's weird. Yes, I know, but
DA?
he played tight end. And I think he like medically retired and then started GA. And so there's this connection, I guess, with the trophy. He has a replica at Heisman and he brought it with him to Kentucky. And I guess that's the backstory. We're not Louisville. We're Louisville based, if anyone does not know. So this, really hits home for double sides here. We got our two programs in our backyard and we got our boy Jake.
Yeah.
Who's, this is double whammy here. But what are your thoughts on the Heisman Trophy being in the building? Should it not be in there? And your thoughts? Like, what are your thoughts? I don't really think it means anything, especially he has a personal tie to the person who won it. That's my opinion. But what do you think?
I don't know. I still think it's a little. If I was a Kentucky fan, I wouldn't like it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a player, I don't think I'd like it in there either.
Yeah, I guess, but it's like this stuff's a business now. I mean, Will Stein played at Louisville, and he's coaching in Kentucky.
But everybody knows nobody at Kentucky's on a damn Heisman. It ain't like the recruits are going, oh, who's that? Oh, they look at Lamar. Oh, I know who that is. He didn't go here.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's like, it's weird. It's like, why do y'all have this? This is why. I know Pete Nocta's on the staff. That's the answer. But still, it should be in display. Maybe in his office.
It is in his office.
Oh, it's his
that's
office?
where it is.
Oh, that was like a locker room.
No, that's his office.
That's
Yes.
way different. Yeah.
It's in his office.
I thought it was a locker room the whole time. So.
No, that's his office. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's fine.
It's just signed, and it's signed by Lamar.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's signed by Lamar. So I'm like, I'd have no problem with it.
Whatever he wants in his office.
Imagine because even if I played, even if I was a teammate with Lamar Jackson, I would want a Heisman. Even if I played. Yeah, I mean, we're teammates with an NFL player. I got rookie cards. I got how many cards did they want? I got game used jersey. I got a fake jersey knockoff. Like, I'm good. You're gonna want stuff if a player made it, and let alone if a dude won the freaking Heisman. I'm gonna want anything, literally anything. You can give me the confetti from the floor I don't care. I'll take it if I played ball with you
Oh yeah.
and you won the Heisman. So I don't have no problem with it.
No, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with it. But our boy Jake, is on visit, and I think he's Kentucky's one of their number one targets. They're after all the top quarterbacks right now: Elijah
They're
Haven,
trying.
Israel Abrams, as well as Jake Nawrot. So it's pretty crazy. So I will go ahead and get you a quote from Jake from the visit. He said, "I love the coaching staff at Kentucky and schematic part of it all. Practice was amazing too, and depends on where home is. But if I go to Kentucky, then for sure, he's trying to get back there, for some visits probably. I think Will Stein's chomping at the bit for Jake Nawrot.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people are, I mean, he's chocolate
I
for every quarterback.
I think we're going to see some really big programs come in for him.
Eventually, yeah.
I think we are. No, I think really quick.
Soon. You're right. Next couple weeks.
Yeah, because I think most recruits try to get their either two things. You try to get signed and committed before you start your season, your senior year, or you kind of drag it out, take your visits as the season progresses, yada, yada, see how the teams do. I like that approach as opposed to what we saw last year from a Jared Curtis.
Yeah.
I mean, Jared Curtis was Georgia. He's going to Vandy games. Oh, I'm just going to the Vandy game with my teammate. I'm just going there. Right. He's going to Vandy. Yeah. So at last second, and I know it's Georgia. They wouldn't go ahead and recover. They can go and get a guy. But everyone knew he was probably going to leave. So I would rather this approach, it looks like the one Jake's taken. So shout out to Jake. And he's not the only one of our guys that was on visits this past weekend. Our other guy that we got to see up close, one of our personal favorites here, DJ Hunter, was at Florida State visiting Mike Norvell. I think DJ Hunter could be a great fit for Florida State. I mean, I really do think he could potentially save Mike Norvell. If he can get DJ Hunter, I'm telling you right now, since we're talking Kentucky football, I guess he decommitted from Kentucky, DJ Hunter, if anyone doesn't know, and now he is back. His recruitment's back open. He's back on the market. If DJ Hunter goes to Florida State, do you think Florida State wins more games? I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
When's the last? I don't know the last time they've had a quarterback as good as DJ Hunter. In my opinion, we've got to see him up close.
I mean, Jordan Travis. They were undefeated.
But
he wasn't that good either.
He wasn't.
He's a runner.
He wasn't.
Could throw like that.
I respect Jordan Travis and his game made it to the league. 1% of the 1%er.
I'm not saying he's not. Yeah, he's still a baller, but he wasn't. Amazing.
No, but we are still seeing a guy like DJ Hunter.
He has a higher ceiling, I think.
I think so too.
Than Jordan Travis. To say that.
Right.
You got to reach it. You got to reach it
for sure. And I think you have to go to a good place where they're going to help you reach it. That's all about it. But our guy DJ Hunter is back on the market, one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. So shout out to him. And then one of the last. So we got two more players we want to shout out that we covered. I mean, our roster's growing and growing of guys who we like and we scouted and got to see up close and personal. BJ Coleman is another one. Bobby Coleman Jr. just got invited to the Under Armour All-American game this past weekend. Shout out to him. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to him. And then last but not least here on our recruiting shout outs, one of our favorites. One of our favorites, Jackson Roper. Just a beast, man. When we talked to him before the season last year, he was rising up in the rankings. Well, guess what? He wasn't done. He's now the number one player in all of Colorado, now the number 7 inside offensive lineman in the whole nation. And he's taking some new visits here. So taking some visits to Auburn, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Clemson, and Vandy. These are unofficial visits. So March 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, 21st. Just straight days. This man's on tour like the Beatles. He's on tour like the Beatles, Jackson Roper is.
Basically. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's just people want Jackson Roper services. And when you can keep the quarterback's jersey clean, your phone's going to be ringing. Yeah, and when you can keep the quarterback jersey that clean like Jackson Roper does, I mean, you're talking 6'4". He's probably about 290 now. He'll be probably 3 right when he enters the season, in my opinion. He'll be 310 walking into college. And, I mean, just an absolute beast. But he's got some big-time schools that are chomping at the bit here. These are his official visits. So he's from Colorado, from Cherry Creek, who is actually voted the number 1 high school program in all the nation, just all sports all together. So, he's with dogs, going against dogs, and some big-time programs are taking notice. So May 15th, May 29th, June 5th, June 13th and June 19th are those official set dates. But where's he going? He's going to Colorado first. Seeing if the Colorado Buffs can keep him home. It's going to be a tall task, in my opinion, because all these other programs I'm about to name are going to be chomping at the bit to get Jackson. So USC May 29th, Texas A&M June 5th, then Ohio State June 13th. Then he rounds it all off with Oregon June 19th. And if you really want my personal opinion, we've kept a close eye, kept a close ear to Jackson's recruitment. I think these are in a particular order for a reason.
Okay.
I do. I think these are in a particular order for a reason. I think these are his top list in order.
Oh, in order. Okay.
I do. Obviously, this is all speculation, but I do believe his top three are Texas A&M, Ohio State, and Oregon. Unless one of those other schools that he's going on unofficials can maybe, get into the sweepstakes, maybe win him over and see what they can offer him from a schematic standpoint, as well as all the other fine and dandy things that go along with this new age of football.
Yeah.
But I do think these are his top three. I mean, Trey Zune, you got 6-0 Academy alum who's kind of, got that presence and that influence, but they have a great offensive line last year. That'll do it, right? I mean, Ohio State won an Natty just 1 year removed. That'll do it. And Oregon, a team who's, I think, he could go plug in right into Oregon, play really early, second year at the latest. Second year starting sophomore at the latest if he goes to Oregon, in my opinion. And all these teams, he's going to fast track himself to the league. So shout out to Jackson, our guy. We're going to have him back on the show hopefully before the season. Get a roundup of all that recruiting. We'll see what he does with his commitment, but that rounds it up here for all of our recruiting news, Dalton. We have an absolute loaded show.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you think Jackson ends up? Just guessing. Just guessing.
I'm going to go with, I think he stays home.
Really? Colorado?
Pulls a surprise, yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's a surprise for sure. But, kids like to stay home a lot of times. And I think he's just one of those. But I could be way wrong, I mean.
I love it.
But I think it'd be cool.
I do love it. I mean,
especially Seton went there and he succeeded for 2 years, played great.
Yeah.
People know who he is still.
They fumbled the bag.
He's still, yeah, but still, he's number one ranked O-lineman.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They didn't like he lost any luster at Colorado.
No, he didn't.
So if he stayed there one more year, he still would have got first round pick. So
that's a good point.
That's all I'm saying.
That's a good point.
Transfer out of Colorado to be good.
That's right. They would definitely love to keep him. I think their success on the field this year is a big indicator if he's going to go there. I think this is a make or break it year for Deion, in my opinion. But all right. So the next one I want to go to here, I think Texas A&M and Oregon are my picks. I think it's going to come down to Oregon or Texas A&M. Hopefully, it goes to Oregon.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I know you want him.
I would love nothing more to get on a plane, go travel to Autzen Stadium, get off, and go watch Jackson Roper bodies.
That would be cool.
Just go get some bodies at Autzen. I would love that.
That'd be cool.
But let's get into some next topic, Dalton. Let's talk some college football, a program that we're very familiar with that press passed us this last year. We were in the press box a couple times. Friends of the program, love them. Miami of Ohio. They're making headlines. It's rumored they've spent $10 million on their roster this upcoming year. They're breaking the bank. What do you think about that?
They're looking at their roster. They didn't even get nobody like great in the portal. Don't look like they lost their best players. They weren't able to retain Adam Trick.
Yeah.
They weren't able to keep Cam Perry.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys transferred up.
You would think if you spent $10 million, you're able to keep at least one of those guys.
That's my point, yeah.
But I agree with you on that, but I do think this is a good sign. At least they're going all in.
It's good. I mean, I heard this was the basketball team was a big part of this.
Yeah.
Just their success.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They want to capitalize off of it. Like their name, everybody talking about them.
Yeah. Yeah.
ESPN's been talking about them for the past month and a half.
I mean, that's a good
Since they've been undefeated for so long. And they were trying to capitalize on that. So hopefully they have a big year, man. And hopefully other teams in the MAC will see this and be like, damn, we have to spin too. And they get a better conference.
I hope so. Exactly. I was just about to kind of reiterate that or touch on that. As I agree. I think that it hopefully has a trickle down effect and has a ripple effect, especially when you got teams paying big money to come up to FBS like North Dakota State, like Sacramento State. And we're going to see, I think in the next 2 years, 4 years, we'll see at least 2 to 3 more programs jump up. I just think it's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to keep it afloat. Is also having that excitement. It's these new faces, new teams, new fan bases, new places where you can go to game day. I think it'll be awesome. But I think college football is headed in a better direction. But $10 million on a roster of Miami, Ohio, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
It is.
That's crazy.
Impressive.
Yeah, no, for sure, and hopefully it pays off for him. And we may be back at Miami of Ohio, back in the press box, and see if that product translates onto the field, which I have faith it will. So let's go ahead and get into some more topics here, Dalton. It's really early to talk college football, we all know, but I mean, really, I just want to talk some college football, man. We're gonna talk some NFL draft, our risers, our fallers.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into that, we're going to talk to some teams that are really in a prove it year. I think we've had our prove it segment multiple times. That's a term we like to use a lot. Let's go ahead with your prove it teams in 2026, Dalton. These are teams who just got to win, or just tell me why you picked each and every one of these teams and your thought process on them.
Well, Texas Tech, I mean, we haven't seen them be consistently good ever, right? They've had years like last year.
They're knocking on the door.
They've had years like last year before where they almost made the ship. Michael Crabtree, Graham Harrell, shout out to them too. But they haven't done it consistently. They haven't been able to field a good defense. It looks like they're turning that around. Their defense looks stacked again. They killed Portal again.
Yep.
And they got a better quarterback this year, seemingly on paper. I like Sorsey more than Beaver Morton. But still, they got to prove it on the field that the last year wasn't a fluke. I mean, we haven't ever seen their defense like that before. So it's just, they got to prove it.
It's a good point.
They've had the worst defense in the Big 12 every year almost. And last year, just top 5 in the country. So they definitely got to prove that to me. But I think they will. I think that's one of the teams that will prove it.
Okay. Okay.
I like Texas Tech this year. I think they'll probably go back to the playoffs out of the Big 12. I mean, way too early prediction here, but
okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Definitely early. We're going to see who starts and who doesn't.
Could change our mind by the time we do our preview.
For sure. I'm going to flip flop, I think, on a few teams, and I'll tell you
exactly.
And my prove it team, I have the most flippity flop team, and I think it's going to be a surprise to you and anyone that's familiar. But okay, you got Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Vandy, Arizona, and Virginia. Give me your thoughts on Vandy losing Diego Pavia, and just what's your thoughts and how is this a prove it year for them entering? Probably going to have Jared Curtis start, right?
I mean, this one's pretty obvious, I think. Diego Pavia came in and, not the biggest fan of the kid because of some stuff off the field, but man, did he save their program.
Yeah.
Really, let's be real. He saved the program single-handedly almost. I mean, you could say the coach too. Obviously, the coach gets some Clark Lay gets some
shout out to Coach Lay. Coach Lay, right?
Kill brought him over.
He did.
For Pavia. So
that's a great point. Jerry Kill is an absolute dog.
Both of them.
Very good coach. Coach JB, which
exactly.
Very colorful character in the space, but he does know ball, and he is very fond of Jerry Kill. I think a lot of quarterbacks and high-end quarterbacks they know Jerry Kill knows ball.
Yeah, man, he's a good coach. Just never got that big break for a big-time job, but he's killing it, doing what he's doing now. I mean, he got a lot of recognition last year. When you hear Clark Lay's name, you'd hear his name too, so he's got a lot of respect.
Good point.
This is a big prove it year, though, because Pavia's gone, man. I mean, it's simple as that. Can Jared Curtis come in and replace him? Can they win 9 games again? I mean, damn.
No.
I don't think so.
No way. So the first year quarterback, it's going to be pretty hard in my opinion, but I do like I think it is a prove it year for him. I think it's a prove it was last year a Cinderella. Are you all really going to really turn over this new leaf and, be a new Vandy with his NIL and all these new resources, or was it just a one-hit wonder? I think that's a good question going into the year.
It wasn't just Pavia either. I mean, let's not say that. They had good teammates, man. Trey Richardson, he's gone. Trey Richardson transferred to Louisville.
Yeah.
And Stowers, of course, one of the best tight ends in the country. I mean, he's going probably second or third
Mackey
round.
winner, shout out.
So their roster was good, but they're replacing all their best players. So huge prove it year for Vandy. And I'd be impressed if they make a bowl game.
I agree.
Actually,
I agree. So you're thinking they're probably not going to prove it.
Nah.
And what do you think that's going to do to their, image? Is that going to be is this just going to be a year? I mean, you can't you can't lose a quarterback that. Well, I know, say what you ever want about Pavia, but he was a Heisman, contender for sure. I mean, some people
changer though.
Program changer, and
I call that guy.
He was there 2 or 3 years too.
Yeah,
2. Yeah. And Jerry Kill was well on the staff.
Yeah.
He was his advisor as an analyst. So I love that he did bring him over. But when you lose a quarterback that you haven't had a good quarterback that long time, like a long time.
I mean,
so there is good. I don't expect them to be as good as last year, but you still have to be solid and respectful. And the next quarterback you have to put out there has to be, I think better. Maybe
could be.
Maybe not a Heisman quarterback, but a better at quarterbacking.
And he could be.
He could be.
This kid could be, but he's a freshman.
Yes, it's going to be hard. We've seen what happened with Bryce Underwood, number 1 quarterback coming in. You can throw in the Sherrone Moore debacle that is Michigan football. Yes, that played a part in it. I think he's in the worst spot for development. I can't believe he didn't transfer. But when you look at their success, he had his moments. He did have bright moments, but he had a lot of freshman moments. So you're going to see how many of those moments is Jared Curtis going to have, and can Clark Lee kind of keep the training wheels, keep him like build a fence around him, and keep him safe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I agree.
Year, but I don't think that's take a step back. But like I said, it could be temporary. I mean, they might be good again in 2 or 3 years. And
I agree.
Oklahoma, man, this is obvious too. I think Brent Venables been there 5 years now. I think is it one good year?
Yeah, this is a good one.
So they definitely got to prove that that's the team they are, not the team that was 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Their defense last year, amazing. They're losing a lot of them, man. R. Mason and Grayson Halton. Defense up front, and the linebackers are basically all gone.
Shout out to Deacon Schmidt, but they did have a really good recruiting class.
Yeah, good.
These next, and they just got Seneca Driver. So I mean, they got Deacon Schmidt, 6-0 Academy. They got Mark Bowman. They're the ones who got Bowman, right? Yeah. And then they got a really good, decent quarterback. They're the ones who flipped. They flipped somebody. Bryson. Well, they have. I forgot him. It'll come to me, but. I think that's there's a team on my list, my prove it list, that's in the same shoes as Oklahoma, where I think the only thing keeping it from them pulling the trigger is recruiting. And do you agree with that or no?
I mean, they still made the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
Oklahoma did,
but they were supposed to.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but there's another team I don't think will prove it. I don't think they're going back to the playoff.
Okay, I like that.
I mean,
point.
I like Mateer, but he lost a lot of luster at the end of the year. Man, really struggled.
But are they? I mean, I know we should probably know, but are they expanding the playoff? So I mean, they probably will make the playoff.
I think it's 6. Was it 12? Isn't it?
Still, but no, it's not 16 yet, huh?
No, not yet.
But we could wake up in the next 2 months and it be 16. I would not be surprised.
They have a better chance, but I still don't see them making it this year.
16, then you have to get a playoff win, in my opinion. If they keep it at 12, then you have to at least make it. I think it's a win no matter what. They have to get a playoff win this year.
Oklahoma?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either. They might not make it, like you said.
Exactly.
Okay, and then quick question, side rail. Do you think before the season kicks off, they will expand to 16-team playoff?
No, I think they'll wait a couple more years. I mean, we don't need it. I don't think you need it.
I don't think you need it. I mean,
if you're ranked 16th, you're probably not going to the title.
Depends on who you are. If you're a person that works in marketing, you need it. Yeah. That's the only people I think that need it.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we love football, man. Yeah, we love it. We will take footballs any day of the week. If they were throwing some scrimmages right now, we'd probably pull up. But I think there is a limit of how much good quality football you can have. Let's save some of these bowl games, in my opinion. So I do like it. I'm right there with you at 12.
16 is the odds of number 16 winning the championship.
And I'm more of a part of I think I'm right there with you on that. But the real deciding factor, in my opinion, is injuries. Injuries, man. Somebody's gonna get hurt. It's a gladiator sport. Somebody's gonna get hurt. It's gonna be a good player, and good players are on the field. The rotations shrink as the year goes on. We know that for any sport, and I'm afraid of someone getting hurt. Yeah. So that's the only thing I don't want to see because it's only a matter of it's not a yes or no. It's only a matter of time if they're going to get hurt. Because if you play football, you're going to get hurt. But that's my spiel. Your last two programs, I'm very interested though. I want you to touch on Virginia because I'm kind of surprised you put Virginia as a prove it team. I think last year was Cinderella.
Oh, that's why I got prove it one.
Yeah,
but okay, so you obviously don't think they're going.
So you're on the fence.
I think they're going to have a good year again.
Yeah,
but
all right,
it's not necessarily a product of them being a great team. ACC's down again, man.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
Just like this year, I think Florida State's not better yet, right? They're not here yet. They're going with Ashton Daniels at quarterback. That was the best they could do. I mean, all due respect to him, he played some good games at Auburn last year. But I mean, he's a fourth-year senior with 6 starts.
Yeah.
And that's what Florida State's going with now. Their program is completely fallen off the hill. We'll get to them in a little bit.
Good point.
But that's why that's like the ACC's gettable, man. I mean, if you lose 2 games, you lose just to Clemson and Miami. A 2-loss season. It's a good year. And last year they were one play away from the playoff. They beat Duke and they're in the playoffs. And I like it when they got out and got Will Pribula. I think Pribula was great before his injury last year.
Yeah, agreed.
He came back, wasn't the same, but that happens to a lot of quarterbacks. After injuries, they just rush back, I think, and try to get on the field before they should.
For sure.
And I think that's what it was. But he was really mobile and he could throw on the run really good last year. At the first 6 games in Missouri, they were really rolling. So I think this team could be solid, man. I mean, they replaced Jamari Taylor, running back, but running backs are replaceable. So I think this team could easily get 8 or 9 wins again.
Yeah, I think it definitely could happen. Now, Virginia, like I said, they caught me by surprise week in and week out last year. I thought they were going to drop the ball, and they just wouldn't. They eventually did. I think they find the real Virginia stood up, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens with them. I think it's a good prove it team, but I'm not on the fence with them. I don't think they're going to prove it. But I guess it is true though. They are a prove it team, even though I think they're a I don't know what I just it's a weird team. They're a weird team.
Yeah, I know.
They need to do something out the box, man.
They don't have any.
They just blend in too much. You know,
Never ever talk. Yeah, Virginia football, and then you never hear about.
you look at them, you think it's Auburn, the jerseys. You're like, you need to switch it up a little bit. But we'll see what happens. Now,
Matt Schaub was good there though.
Matt Schaub was good, and
They had them ranked high for a while.
yeah, that's probably one of the only few Virginia.
They were good. They've been the Orange Bowl like 10 years ago. Bryce Perkins.
Oh yes, they did.
Remember
They
Bryce
did.
Perkins?
Oh yeah,
Florida
yeah.
beat their ass.
He was a runner.
Yeah, we killed them, but they were actually a really good team.
And
Good
did Bryce
offense.
Perkins transfer in there?
I think.
I
from
thought
a
he did.
Small school.
Yeah, he did.
Before transfers were big, I can't even remember where he came from, but he was good. And I think they'll win 8 or 9. I mean, I don't know if that's proven it, but for this program, that's solid.
Yet again, another year of me totally curious, and I don't know about optimistic about the ACC. I don't know what it is, but I just want to be optimistic about them. But give me the load on your next team here, Arizona, and how they're a prove it team, and what are your thoughts, and just how are they going to prove it, and what do they have to prove?
Well, Papaida's back. That's a great first step.
Is he officially like? He's officially like Unk in college football. I feel like he's been around for a while.
4-year starter though.
Yeah, I know. That's why we have heard his name for 4 years straight.
Started 40 games already.
It's a difference when you hear of a guy like, all right, when's he going to start? Then, all right, like he's playing. Like you hear a guy's name just way more, obviously. But
he's had 2 great years, one terrible year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see the real Noah Fafita this year.
Okay.
But last year, man, he really proved a lot to me. You lose Ted McMillan, who had a 1,000-yard season as a rookie.
Yeah.
Hell
of a player.
Didn't look out of a place at all in the NFL.
Oh no, he's going to be good for
Arizona's offense gets way better, and the team gets way better.
Before you touch on that, I think Ted McMillan saved the Panthers this year.
Oh, dude, yeah, I told you.
I think Ted McMillan saved Bryce Young's stint, not career, in the NFL. I think he saved his stint in Carolina. If he didn't have the safety blanket like Ted this year, I don't think they would have kept with Bryce this year.
No, you can throw it up to him. He's 6'5". He'll make a catch most of the time.
I was wrong about him.
A lot of people were. Hey, I will brag about this one. Everybody was off the bandwagon at the end of the year last year. Everybody was like, Ted, he ain't wide receiver 1. Last year's wide receiver class, he easily wide receiver 1. Man, there just weren't many athletes. Like Igbuka's number 2, solid player, but
yeah,
he ain't flashy. It's just there weren't the next level guys. Like I think this year's class is better receiver than last year's.
Before you finish up on Arizona, who do you think is closer to Ted McMillan in this year's class out of these 2 players? Denzel Boston and Jordan Tyson. You think?
Play style, I think Boston.
Okay.
Sure. I think Tyson's got
too.
more wiggle to him. Yeah.
I think he's better kind of high pointing a little more.
I mean, honestly, I think
getting
Malachi Fields comparison for Ted over
really
either one of them.
Really?
And yeah, he's a contested guy, number 1 in this.
Yeah,
draft.
but
he's slow though.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to maybe talk about him in a minute, but all right. But
I think Arizona will have a bowl season. I Big 12's another conference where they could end up winning.
What's a win total that's a surprise either way, where you're surprised like bad season and surprised good? Like, okay, is an 8-win season, a 9-win season surprising to you?
I don't know how I feel about this team still.
Me either.
This is his coach's 3rd year. He sucked so bad the first year. Last year he was really good when they weren't supposed to be. So I don't know about. They have expectations again now.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how this coach
is
with expectations.
Good point.
It's way different. Last year everybody thought they were going to suck again because they lost their best player and they weren't good. And it turned out they finished the year ranked. So big prove it year, but early prediction 7-5. But I would definitely be surprised if they win more than 9.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if they lose 2. I mean, if they lose
Arizona,
if they lose 9 though. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, me either. Arizona's one of those teams. They're like Kansas. You know, you're just whatever result, you just don't be surprised with it. But I like those prove it teams. So we can round up those before we move into mine. Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Virginia, Vandy, and then Arizona Wildcats. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they prove it. Let's see if they lose it. We'll see. We'll go into my programs here. Can't wait to talk about them. Got some big timers here. Miami, Texas, Ohio State, USC, and your Florida Gators. I think all of these have proven for all of different reasons, even though these are all big time programs. We'll start off here with Miami national championship. I guess you could say birth in this new era. I mean, they haven't been to the national championship in 2 eras. It feels like the 4-team playoff era, and now this expanded team playoff era or slash NIL. They haven't, they were absent from contending for a long time. I want to see if they can prove it. Was it just a really good veteran quarterback and this really young guy who saved you? Because I think Malachi Tony saved the season. I don't think it's Carson Beck. Ruben Bain, great player. Akeem Mesidor, a great player. But I think I get what I love those two guys. But when you have Jason Taylor on your staff, you better have some good ends. You better have really good ends. So that's where I'm like, all right, good end play is now expected when you have a coach like that on your staff. Just personal. But I want to see what they can do. I think they're supposed to be good. I mean, they're supposed to be good. Darian Mensah is a hell of a quarterback. Everyone thought they were going to get Seton as well. I think that would have maybe been the cherry on top, but they couldn't do it. He's off to Baton Rouge. Did you see that video of Lane this past weekend with Lil Boosie?
No.
hey. I'll take the words off another program. They said Brian Kelly could never. He could never.
That's true.
He would never.
Oh, no.
Walk on the stage. He walked on the stage. I wish I could get the video. Lane Kiffin's walking on stage with Boosie in like a concert. He's just, it's on. I think it's on campus or really close to it. But yeah, we'll see how that shows. But yeah, they couldn't get Jordan Seton. He's at LSU, so we're going to see what Miami does this year. They're a big prove it for me. Ohio State, I think they're going to take a step back. This is a spoiler into my preseason to them. Yeah, I won't go as far as how big of a step back I think it's going to be, but I hate to say it, but I think Ohio State's taking a step back, man.
All right.
They're losing a lot of talent in the defense. I mean, the most loaded defense in the nation. They'll probably have the most guys drafted, right? I mean, definitely from the defense.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'd say 7, 8 drafted out of that 11.
Curry, Jackson, McDonald, Styles, Reese, Igbinosun. It's at least 6.
Yeah.
Oh, Downs.
Yes, and
7.
Downs. Right.
7. And then Lorenzo Styles. There's 8.
8. There you go. So, yeah, exactly. And then they already have Matthews coming back as a starter, so that's just off the top of my head. So, yeah, they have a lot to prove, and I think it's not only that. They lost Hartline. We've already seen what Ohio State looks like. We've already got a sneak preview what this team's going to look like a little bit in the playoff when they lost their OC. Like, he was the bread and butter, and I hate to say it, man, because I picked Ohio State to double back and win it back. But they couldn't do it, man. I think they're going to in for a really tall task to fill in those shoes that Hartline filled, filling 8 different shoes, 16 different shoes, 8 different pair of solid cleats out there from possibly multiple all-pro guys, in my opinion. Arvell Reese is going to be such a dog in the NFL. I'm telling you now. I don't care if he's got a bona fide position. I don't care if he's got kind of a tweener in that aspect. He's not a tweener and he's a baller. It's black and white in that one, and guess what? He checks the box. But I don't know. I think Julian Sane could possibly take a step back. I will say I'm ready to see what Henry does. Freshman wide receiver,
sure.
Chris Henry, ready to see what he does. I think he'll be something to build on. But I do think Ohio State will possibly take a step back. They are my second prove it team. The next one, let's go ahead and go with your Florida Gators. Your Florida Gators got to prove it to see, like, all right, where are you all? Are you all top, middle, or bottom tier of the SEC? I think Florida's been in that question mark these last hovering over, teetering between middle and bottom these last couple years. And we got to see if they prove it in the aspect of prove you made the right hire. And with this NIL, I don't want to hear from any program that has a new head coach that we need multiple years to see. You're going to see halfway through the season what you got. You're going to see. And yeah, you're going to see it trickle over to second year, good or bad. You might not make a coaching change after the first year, but you're going to know what you have during the first year. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic with your Gators with Summerall, but let's do a recap on my couple teams. What do you think about Miami? What do you think about Ohio State being a prove-it team, those two, before we get to your Gators?
I mean, I definitely agree with Miami, man. I mean, yeah, like you said, 20 years in a row went by before they made championships.
Right.
They weren't even really close many years.
Yeah.
They had a couple good years in there, freaking randomly. Malik Rozier and stuff. They weren't actually tough.
Kaya.
They were playing easy schedules back then.
I loved their jerseys during that era.
Oh, good jersey.
That little era right there, that was a good jersey era. But go ahead, sorry.
But yeah, I agree with them. And then Ohio State, I mean, You're right. They always seem to have NFL guys replace the NFL guys, man.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about their talent level. They're still gonna have Jeremiah Smith, Bo Jackson. Offense is pretty much back intact. Outside of Tate losing their tight ends. Their tight ends weren't great. They got some in the portal. I think they'll be fine on offense. Maybe better. Offense will be better.
I don't, but it's defense though. Defense wins championships, and they lost their bro. When you lose the guy,
yeah,
that's all. That's what it is, man.
That's a prove it. You're right.
It's a big prove it year for Ohio State.
They got to prove they can replace the coach.
And so far, I mean, we only got the playoffs, but they proved it in the playoffs.
0 for 1, yeah.
They're 0 for 1 and proving it so far. So it's an uphill battle, in my opinion. They're not starting off on even playing field. They are in an uphill battle right now. It is not even.
Yeah, we obviously got to prove it, man. We've been having to prove it the past 15 years. We haven't. So people still talk about us. I don't know why. We suck, honestly. Like, we sucked recently.
But I really think even the obvious take out your arch rivals, which I know, in my opinion, besides Florida State, you really don't have a bona fide rival, in my opinion.
That was Georgia.
Take those out, right? And I think people actually like to see Florida good.
Yeah.
I think
that way.
People like to see Florida competitive, at least. Maybe not, winning natties.
Yeah, no.
Everyone wants to see their team win natties. But people like to see Florida. It's like the Lakers. When the Lakers are good, it's kind of good for the NBA. When teams like Florida, there's a handful of teams like that where if they're good, it's good for the sport. And Florida's one of them. I think they are.
Basically, all these teams on here.
Almost, yeah.
I feel like,
yeah.
These 5 teams.
When they're good, people was like, "Oh my God, college football is great this year." All these teams were, had their moments, but obviously Florida. Besides them, all these teams had bright moments. But
we did beat one of them on this list, at least.
Yeah. And I'm curious to see about these other two, which I can't wait to get into. We'll see what happens with these the first 3. But let's talk about USC.
Yeah,
our guy Brett Colajay, friend of the program. Freshman offensive lineman who's on campus. We'll play a video of him in just a second. He's already on campus doing amazing things. Rooming with Luke Wafel. But it's a big prove year from USC, man. He's proved, I think, Lincoln Riley is the ultimate, I guess, example of recruiting can really save you if you're not really producing on the field. Number 1 recruiting class coming into the nation, but he has to prove his third year, going into the third year Big Ten. You have to prove with Jaden Maeva going into his senior year, you have the established quarterback. Can you? And in my opinion, USC has their identity, at least their feet are wet, fully wet in Big Ten. There's no more like they're transitioning. They're here. But are they here as opposed to winning in the Big Ten? That's where I'm going to see prove it. So, yeah, man, we'll talk about them in a second. I don't want to spoil it, but, yeah, USC's a big one. Then I want to go with Texas. Some people are going to pick Texas to win the Natty. Some people pick them win it last year. But Arch Manning, man, it's going to be hard to keep him high off your draft board.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to keep him high off your Heisman list, especially the way he's playing down the stretch. Seems like as soon as that Kentucky game was over, he turned it up. And boy, did he turn it up.
God.
What are your thoughts on Texas it being a prove-it year for them as well?
I mean, yeah. Sharks only been to 1 playoff appearance, I think. Maybe 2. But they haven't been a championship under him. And
yeah, Quinn
they
Ewers.
spend so much money on these rosters every year. So much money in the portal and on their freshmen. They got to start, winning or getting close to a title at least, man.
Yeah.
Making the title game, sniffing it. Because that's all Texas is about. It don't matter if you get 10 wins there. They don't care about 10-2, man.
Nope.
It's one of those schools where you got to win a title or we ain't really happy. So they definitely got to prove that they can get to the upper echelon.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Something about I don't think they can. Something about that burnt orange team right now.
What's up, Gage? Our boy Gage in the comments. Yo, Gage. Yeah, man, I agree. I think Texas, it's weird. And I think it starts with coaching. I think Sark is an excellent top-tier coordinator, like NFL level coordinator. Really good.
Motivator, too. I mean, he's...
Yeah. And recruiter. Great recruiter.
Of course.
The amount of guys he's gotten in the...
If you're a half-decent coach, I think you can recruit at Texas with this much money they got now.
Yeah.
With NIL, anybody can recruit anywhere if you're decent.
You can at least get guys,
you know what I mean?
But usually that fizzles out because take Colorado, for example. They had a lot of money first couple of years. I mean, they still got a decent amount of money. They're paying some guys. But if you're not winning, man, people are just not going to show up. They're going to actually leave.
Yeah, true.
They've had more coaches leave than they brought in. But, yeah, I think Texas just got a tall order. They have Cam Coleman, right? I mean, they have
Hollywood Smothers.
Smothers, a bunch of guys coming in. Can't wait to preview their team top to bottom because it's absolutely loaded. So, yeah, it's a big prove it year for them. They were my last one. I was kind of teetering on them. It's like, all right, is there a prove it year just on like a certain level or just overall as a prove it? And I think it's a make or break year for Sark.
Yeah, I can't agree more. This is their year. Supposed to be.
If they don't win, if
Arch is
they
developed
don't get to the
now.
semifinals, you got to make a change.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is their year.
Okay.
You developed Arch. He's setting the bench. You got a year to start now.
Love it. No, I love it. I agree.
Surround him with the great talent.
I like your list too. I like you got some ACC in there, some Big 12. Texas Tech is probably my favorite on your list on the prove it. Like you said, when you got that much money, you're going to get some talent, and they're all in. I love to see programs all in. Let's see if it translates to some playoff wins because, boy, did they fall apart. Baron Morton and company didn't go over too well.
Basically, just offense. Yeah, the defense, oh, my God. They shut Oregon down.
Guns up, though. Shout out to our boy Caleb Douglas, who's one of my favorite guys in this draft. But I guess we can talk about hot seat, right, before we talk our NFL draft.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and talk about the hot seat, Dalton. We got some coaches in here now. Some of these maybe coaches are on our prove it list, but we have a number of coaches that they got to win now. And we seen like last year, teams are cutting you loose a year early rather than keeping you a year too late. In my opinion, we've seen.
Yeah, usually.
I didn't get the numbers, but I mean, just off top of our head, we've seen at least 6 coaching changes last year. I'd say 6. Higher.
More than that.
8 during the season.
Probably during the season.
Yeah, like 8.
Yeah,
I'd say 6 or 8.
Yeah,
we had 5 weeks in a row where it was a coach. I'm pretty sure. Let go.
Yeah, you're right.
So we'll see how many this year. I don't know about over or under, but either way, the seat's going to be if you survive this year, any of these guys at hot seat, the seat will be never ever hotter than next year after. Yeah, if you survive this year, you won't next. But let's get into some lists here, Dalton. All right, first one up, we got Dave Aranda at Baylor. So he's posted a 36-35 record at Baylor, 1-2 bowl, 23-27 record there in the Big 12. What do you think about that?
500 ball. I mean, not great, is it?
No.
And this guy's supposed to be a defensive coach. Their defense is terrible. The run game, terrible.
Yep.
They're only good at one thing. They're throwing the football. Electric at throwing the football. You can't be good at one thing and expect to win consistently. I mean, when they win, it's because they score 41.
Yeah.
They score 38. It's 45. They can't win a low-scoring battle. He just hasn't been able to. Nobody's ever been able to build a good defense at Baylor, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why?
I don't know. I think
It can't be impossible.
they're in Texas. They got a lot of money. They got your boy DJ Lagway this year. We're going to see what they can do.
They always got offense.
But I don't know. It's weird. Like they're one of those schools where when I was a kid, when we were younger, I didn't even know they were in Texas. They don't give off that Texas feel because they were just never a competitor.
RG3,
yeah. They had the one RG3 year. It wasn't like RG3 was just running shit for like years. It was really 1 year. I swear RG3 came out of nowhere.
He did put him on the map though.
He came out of
Bryce
nowhere.
Petty after that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
Barbara Isles.
The other guy, they had another quarterback too that was really good. They had Seth Russell. They had a couple guys that were just putting up crazy numbers in college, and even Sawyer did. But they were winning back then.
Yeah,
they ain't winning anymore.
Right.
Aranda had one good year here. His first year was good. Since then, he's been cooked. And I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, and did he get a Big 12 championship 1 year? I thought he did. 1 year.
Maybe 1 year. I think they went like 10-2. Yeah, he had one good year for sure. Let me see.
Because I think that was 2021. Yeah, 2021. He had a 12-2 season, and they won the Big 12. Yeah, like you said, ever since there, you just don't know. But then 2021, you got to think, isn't he winning with bros players, or no?
I mean,
what's his name?
Yeah.
Huh?
Pretty much.
What's his name?
Because
the other coach.
Before Browse?
Yes. No, it was the other one. They had him really good. Or Temple. Yeah. What's his name?
Where'd he go after?
He's at Nebraska right now.
Oh, yeah.
Rule.
Okay.
Matt Rule.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
When was Matt Rule at Baylor? Before Aranda?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, when Aranda got there, he's winning with Matt Rule's guys, in my opinion.
Last 4 years, he went 6-7, 3-9, 8-5, and 5-7. So,
yeah,
not what you want, and it's just bad football. Like I said, you can't run the ball, you can't stop nobody.
Yeah, I agree. And then I have some recruiting here. only had 50 to 75 range there. With recruiting. 2027 class was ranked number 24 so far, so maybe he can get that a little better. But yeah, man, I don't know. When you plummet to 2026, they plummeted all the way down to 79th in the nation.
Yeah, they're not even getting good recruits at all.
Yeah, so and then 50 to 75, they're I think that was just the range there that they dropped. So that's crazy. Yeah, you just never see a Big 12 team. You never should be in the 75 range, no matter what. And I know, like, with you having experience of that with Florida Gators with Dan Mullen, he couldn't recruit. You got him out of there. So maybe that'll be the reason. But I think, yeah, this will maybe be the last year. We'll see if Dave Aranda, we'll see if DJ Lagway can go out there and just turn over a new leaf. Maybe. Let's get into our next one, Dalton. We got Mike Locksley over at Maryland. Mike Locksley, 37-49 at Maryland. He's at a 3-0 bowl record, though. So, I mean, once he does get to the postseason, he has gotten some wins. Yeah. But Big Ten record has been 17-48. Unfortunately, winning conferences has not been too great to him. Malik Washington, standout freshman quarterback this past season, stayed at Maryland, which that surprised me.
For sure.
I thought he was leaving. But what are your thoughts on Locksley? Is this the last go around with him? What do you think?
I mean, he was ever qualified to get this job in the first place.
Agreed.
If you look at his resume, he was head coach at New Mexico. His record was 2-26. All right. So he took some years off, coordinated and stuff. Then Maryland gave him a job, and he went 3-9 his first full season. COVID season happened at 2-3. And he had 3 bowl seasons in a row: 7-6, 8-5, 8-5. Then back down to 4-8 the last 2 years. Clearly, his ceiling is 8-5.
Yeah.
Why are you keeping him around? Look at his Big Ten record, dude. Does that got to explain anything else?
Yeah,
that Big Ten record is so ugly.
Yeah, and then the best he's ever done recruiting is 27th, and that was 2022.
Oh, last year's class wasn't ranked ahead of that. Wow, that's crazy.
I don't think it was.
I will give him credit for last year's class. Malik Washington, Sidney Stewart.
It's at 30-40 range, which I guess is depending on which site you look at if you do all that composite stuff. But yeah, I think Mike Lott, they got a tall order there. It's hard to win in Maryland, I will say that. Even though they did have that. Was he there? Was he the coach with Talia? Tagovailoa?
Yeah, 8-5.
That was a good year for them. And
8-5 was good.
But the games they did lose, I remember because I lost money on them that year. I remember they would be up in the fourth quarter and just screw it off. I mean, just nosedive it. But yeah, I think they need a change in Maryland. Like you said, maybe not the best hire in the first place. So we'll see if Malik Washington can save it and maybe extend that period or extend that stay in Maryland. We'll see. We'll see how it goes there. But the next one, as I think, is I am pounding on the table for this next hot seat guy. I never would call for a guy to get fired, but hey, Shane Beamer. This guy, man, Lenore Sellers didn't really protect him at all last year. Didn't really, get him some guys that could keep him upright. So that pretty much collapsed their season, in my opinion. Then you have to look at it from a schematic standpoint. It just hasn't gone that well. 33-30 at South Carolina, 1-2 bowl record, 16-24 in the SEC, which you're an SEC guy. Is that horrible, just dog shit, or what do you think?
It's pretty bad. With the talent he has.
Yeah.
He ain't having Kentucky rosters, Mississippi State rosters. He's put so many guys in the league, bro.
You're right.
If you wouldn't put 5 guys in the league every year, then you could say, yeah, he's Mississippi State, Kentucky, Vandy problem.
Yeah.
But they don't have that. Last year, they had Tonka Hemingway. Great name.
I mean, I love their underclassmen. Dylan Stewart's, now he's not underclassmen anymore, but Dylan Stewart, Nick Harbor, love him, and Lenore Sellers. 3 guys I absolutely love on the team. I feel bad for them.
You got Kilgore and Sisse coming out this year.
Yeah.
So much defensive talent this last few years wasted.
Yep.
And the offensive talent has been wasted too. Your Lenore Sellers' career is just what could have been. It looks like it's good. It was what it's going to be.
But and that's what kills me. It's like I feel bad for him, but the door's open.
Yeah,
right. He's not
left.
stuck.
Left, for sure.
I'm so surprised Lenore Sellers just came back.
Yeah.
If the only reason I'm coming back is if we bring Jordan Seaton or 3 different dogs that I sign off on. This is, I don't know, man. It's different when you're quarterback.
Well, I thought Beamer's going to get fired this year.
Me too.
After the A&M game.
Me too.
I thought that was a nail in the coffin.
I thought that was what's gonna keep Lenore in South Carolina.
Somebody else coming in?
Yeah, I thought that would have been the only reason he stayed. But the opposite happened. He stayed.
Was it 31-0?
Huh?
They were winning 31-0.
To Alabama.
Taking A&M.
A&M. Yeah, I think so.
A half.
it was
And
either
Marcel Reed threw for like 400 yards.
either 31-0 or 31-3.
Yeah.
28.
Reed
one or the
threw
other.
for 400 yards second half
Yes.
because they thought the game was over already.
Yeah.
And that's
then
coaching problem.
they didn't, and then A&M kind of went downhill after that.
Yeah,
that was like the peak of their season.
So they lost to Texas after, not
yeah.
And then they struggled a couple other games, but I thought that was the last straw for him. But they give him one more year. I think they're gonna regret it.
Me too.
And I don't think they're gonna have a great year. I'd be maybe 1 or 2 game improvement. I can see him getting 6-6.
I think
5-7.
Depending how this year goes, 365 days from now, we could see South Carolina. We're going to be talking about teams like Kentucky, possibly Vandy, head and shoulders above South Carolina.
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
That's what I think is probably going to happen. I mean, if they don't play it right, man, they got to get it right. Because I mean, last year they went 4-8, in 2024 9-4.
Yeah,
they lost
year.
Lost in the Citrus Bowl, 5-7 in 23. Lost the Gator Bowl, 8-5, 22, and 7-6. They won the Mayo Bowl. So yeah, Shane Beamer has recorded 7 wins against top 25 teams. I mean, only 7 wins. So yeah, man, that's going to be hard to overcome if you don't win now. Definitely in a win now scenario. Maybe they're probably should have put them as a prove it team, but I just think it's a prove it coach because I feel bad for the players.
They've been a prove it team. Oh shit.
Yeah, they have. That's a good point.
It was like more than 1 year, but man, they were supposed to prove it 2 years ago and last year, and they just haven't done it.
I agree. Okay, let's get into the next one here. I touched on him earlier, my prove it teams, which is Lincoln Riley. Our guy Brett College. I mean, he's there because of the staff. So I hope the staff stays in place for his sake, but it isn't a win now scenario, or maybe another year. I think this is more than likely. There's 2 in here that I definitely think are possibly a next year situation because of how much talent they have coming in, and you don't want to gamble on that talent not staying or never even showing up. So 35-18 at USC though, 2-2 bowl record, 9-9 Big Ten record. But like I said, number 1 recruiting class coming in. He's there's a crazy stat here with his top 25 or top 10. He's 0-5 against top 10 opponents. Yeah, at USC. So that's never the best thing. But I will say bringing in talent is a skill. But that's the thing about football. It's a gumbo. It's a jambalaya. You got to have multiple things going on for it to turn out right. A lot of things got to go right. So, Dalton, what do you think about USC? Do you like Lincoln Riley at USC? Do you even think it's a good fit? I think it could potentially work out. I really do. I think it's a great year for him, possibly.
I think he's the best coach on the hot seat list for sure.
Okay.
That we're going to talk about. And I'm not a huge fan of Lincoln. I talk about it all the time. I don't think he can coach a defense. And I don't think that's ever going to change.
Okay.
Until I see it change. So, him being on the hot seat, I don't necessarily think it's that hot. I think it's maybe lukewarm right now. I don't think it's completely hot. After last year, I mean, they showed a lot of promise, I think.
They did.
But they got to take that next step and get back to USC ball. And I just don't see it with him. So I think they should move on. I know his recruiting is great.
It's great.
It doesn't matter if you give up 30 points a game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good your recruiting is, man.
But but I think Oregon, was really close at putting Oregon on a prove it year because they had to replace a lot. Both were coordinators.
Yeah,
I think 2 or 3 offensive linemen. So
a lot of players coming back though.
They do.
I could have left.
They do. And that's why that's what kept them off the prove it list.
Yeah.
But I could easily see, the only reason I brought him up is if Oregon has a bad enough year, if the Raiola experiment doesn't go that great next year, Lincoln Riley could be better than Oregon next year. I wouldn't see a scenario where I'm not surprised. And I love Oregon, but I could see that happening. You got guys like Weifel coming in, Kenai Pepe from IMG, Brett College, our guy, Jonas Williams at quarterback. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting year, to say the least, for that. The next thing we're going to go, though, is Bill O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
Bill O'Brien here, 9-16 at Boston College. 0-1 in his 1-game bowl appearance. 5-11 ACC record. This hire scratched my head from the beginning. Just has not really gone his way. Castellanos, dipped on him. But what do you think about this? His recruiting, it hasn't been as bad as you think. I was kind of looking to it. But what do you think about this being a hot seat year for Bill O'Brien? Is this the last year for Bill O'Brien?
The thing is, his team wasn't that bad on paper. Like, we've seen Lewis Bond
Right.
balling out the Senior Bowl. He's
Good
going to get
point.
drafted. Turbo Richard, transferred from Indiana. Really good running back.
And they had the O linemen, two O
They had
linemen.
2 old linemen at the game.
They're good as hell.
Yes, 2 very good linemen that are going to get drafted. They had Jeremiah Franklin tight end, one of the best, most productive in the country. They were a solid team on paper. So that's what makes it look even worse.
Okay.
But he doesn't have a quarterback.
No.
No.
I don't think he's ever like gelled well with quarterbacks. And I think if you're a head coach, you have to do that.
Yeah, he ain't gonna last much longer, but I don't think BC's a place to win at.
Right. You think any seat's gonna be hot there?
Yeah,
you think?
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
I feel you. No, I don't. I think it's a good.
It'll take a freaking Signetti hire.
I was about to say Signetti.
Like, you have to get lucky.
It would take a Signetti to get them on track. Maybe when he's done with Indiana, he'll go and return around Boston College. Yeah, like you said, man, it's
cool. They were good for like 2 years. Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Matt Ryan. Yeah.
AC championship.
Yeah, and they were good.
They've not been that good since. I mean, they had some good players though.
Shout out Deuce Finch.
Luke Kuechly.
Deuce Finch.
Oh yeah, Deuce Finch.
He's a guy.
Yeah, he was a guy.
Look up Deuce Finch.
But yeah, Bill O'Brien, man, I agree. He's definitely in the hot seat. He sucks. He's just not a good coach.
I agree, man. And like he had his run with Texans. I think that like set him up for coaching jobs for life. He was at Penn State and
only 2 years.
Yeah, and then now at Boston College. So we'll see. I think if he'll probably go. And what's crazy? It's like you think when someone gets fired from college twice, like all right, maybe he'll go lower level college. You know what? He'll probably end up NFL after this.
Yeah.
I mean, coordinator.
I was gonna say that or like Troy, head coach.
No, I don't think. I think Boston. I think just from seeing, we don't know Bill O'Brien, but he seems like a hard ass. And I think even Boston College was like a hard sell for him to come there. Like I don't know, like I think he's too good even for Boston College, and he's at Boston College, and he's not even winning at Boston College, and he still thinks he's too good for Boston College. That's where I think he probably wouldn't be, but maybe we'll see. I would be very surprised if he'd be at a lower level, and I would respect it if he went to like a Troy. I would respect it, but in my opinion, this guy's got defense coordinator at some Randy Bob.
Boston College might be the most obscure Power 4 team.
They are weird.
It's like
they're weird.
Nobody cares about them at all.
They're weird.
If they were gone tomorrow, nobody would care.
I know some people were. I've read an article last year. They said they should drop football or go down.
Said nobody would care. Yeah, nobody would notice.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of things play into it because you would think because a lot of those schools that have that rhetoric on them, like okay, they're good at basketball. Well, Boston College ain't really that good at basketball. Like, what are they good at? It's an academic school, and
hockey.
Yeah,
they good at hockey.
They are. Yeah, they're pretty solid at hockey. They got the New Balance sponsorship. I know that. So I mean, that's probably the brightest spot about them. I don't know. It's what all I know about Boston College athletics.
I don't know nothing about them really, and nobody does.
It's cold, man. I want to respect though.
It's a big city though.
Before we get into our last two coaches, I respect a lot of these Illinois and Ohio's recruits that we come across, and like you would think they're like only wanting to go to California or Florida schools. They're like, nah, like we're looking at Purdue, and like they like playing in the cold. And I hated playing the cold.
If I was a 5-star, I would not have been in the North.
And I think it's why schools like Colorado and Boston College have a hard time recruiting. Like, if you'll see Deion say it ain't that cold. It is that cold. Whenever they use that cold, you ever be in the pool? Come on, it ain't that cold. You're already in there. You're just trying to get somebody else in there to suffer with you. And that's what it is. They're just trying to get somebody to come suffer with them. Like, sign the piece of paper, man. We just need some bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Colorado's recruiting. They have more FCS guys coming in ever this year because, I mean, it's just a hard recruit. It's a hard sell. I almost put Deion on here. I think he is on the hot seat, in my opinion. You think Deion Sanders is on the hot seat?
Yeah.
For sure. I think I started to make that graphic, and then I just want to see if I got ADHD'd out or if I just changed my mind. I think I might be maybe changed my mind. But, yeah, 2 more last year, and we'll move on to some NFL draft talk, Dalton. You probably wouldn't be too, I don't know. Maybe you want Mike Norvell to stay at Florida State. Did you want that as a Florida fan?
Oh, yeah.
But we have Mike Norvell here. He's, besides our next coach, only one with a championship. So AC championship in 2023. Everyone knows that story. Jordan Travis got hurt. They didn't get picked for the playoff. All the curb street drama, yada yada. But 38-34 at Florida State, 1-2 bowl record. 22-26 in league play in ACC. I think this is a big prove-it year for him. Like I said, DJ Hunter, our guy, I really do think he could help and save the tenure if he gets a quarterback like that. We've seen a lot of quarterbacks throw, and even going back and building these highlight tapes for our top guys, and not many throw it like DJ Hunter. Not many throw it like DJ Hunter. I love that dude.
I hope you don't go there, but hey, if it's the best fit for him and best future, go for it. But I hope somewhere's got to be better.
Give me your thoughts.
Norvell.
You have, you're a Florida fan. You have a lot of information on Florida State. I mean, 10-3, that record in 2022. 2023, 13-1. That's when they won the ACC. But the 2-10 year, followed by the 5-7 year, left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth, especially when your first 2 years was 3-6 and 5-7.
Right.
What are your thoughts on Norvell? What do they need to do? Because they're another team that's like, ever since Jameis Winston year, they've been kind of irrelevant. And then every year you're like, all right, is this the year they turn around? They were in the same boat as Texas A&M. Like Texas A&M, I think, found their footing, and they're solid now. Florida State, ever since 2013, just hasn't done it. Is this the last year? What does Mike Norvell need to do? Is it a certain win number? Is it certain recruits he has to get? A mixture of both? Like, what does he need to do? Do all these coaches just need to win? I mean, I know winning cures all.
Has to win the ACC.
Okay.
Or at least make the ACC tournament championship game.
Okay.
That's it. I can't keep him if you don't do anything like that.
They have to be playing for a trophy.
Yeah.
Some trophy.
Or he's gone, I think.
I agree.
Because they just stink the last 2 years, dude.
I agree.
Like, really bad.
I'm right there with you. I agree. I think it's a hard year, man, and it's a hard sport. I mean, coaching would be a lot of fun, and I think I will definitely coach someday. But I don't know, man. It would be a lot of stress being in a position like that. Yeah, you get a lot of money, man, but the constant, just that job is stressful. And especially when you're in a situation a lot of these coaches are in, like we're talking about, these hot seat situations, man, I can only imagine about that daily stress going in. What else can you think about besides you walking in? Your office is a 100,000 seat stadium. I mean, that's where you go to work every day, and you have to turn to. It's also, it's a borderline $1 billion operation. I mean, I don't know what they need to start doing more valuations. Like, what would you think the Florida State football program is worth in money? Like, just if you had to put a dollar on it, like over $100 million.
Probably.
I mean, it's.
But I don't even know, man. Yeah, I don't know.
They generate about I think I've seen reports that a lot of programs, they generate about 50 programs like this, around 50 million a year, 70 upwards to there before all, bills are paid. So I don't know. It must be stressful, man. We'll see how it happens. I think this will be the last year at Florida State, but I think recruits can save him if he can get some solid recruits, like really good recruits.
Yeah, really good.
We'll see.
But he hasn't yet.
Shout out to Farmer.
Oh, yeah, good player.
Joshua Farmer. We got to interview him at the Senior Bowl last year. So shout out to him, Florida State and all. But I want to get into our last hot seat before we get into some draft album. This is a little controversial. I didn't tell you I put this one on here. Okay? Want to get your thoughts. I got Dabo Swinney on a hot seat. Am I crazy? He's got 2 natties, 187-53. You look at that record, like that's a good coach. Why would you fire him? 12-10 bowl record, though. But I put here 39-17 in his last 4 seasons. You add on recruiting not being the greatest, him being very reluctant, I guess you can say, to adapt or to use the new age of recruiting with the portal. Am I crazy for thinking that the seat's a little hot for Dabo?
Yeah, Clemson shouldn't fire him ever.
Oh, man.
Man, he's one of those. It's one of those situations.
You're right if Clemson doesn't want to be serious anymore. If Clemson wants to say, all right, we had that run. Yeah, we can always talk about this little run we had with Dabo and Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. We can talk about that for 30 years, right? Or we can try to get back on the damn wagon, get back on the winning track, and be a program, like a serious program, year in and year out, not just those few years. That's my opinion. But if you just want to be, average, keep Dabo. But if you ever want to get back to a championship competing, Dabo, his time's done at this school, in my opinion. I think he's lost his touch, man. I really do. And I think he's, you're a baseball fan. They say lost your fastball, right? But 26th recruiting class, then 20th last 2 years. But I mean, you got to look here. Look at this. 2020. Just take 2020, third. Then followed it up with a fifth.
Yeah.
Then he kept a lot of guys, and he had kept a lot of guys, and even in 2022, he's still a top 10 class. But when you drop from those to 2026, and you're not winning championships, I don't know, man. Like I said, it depends on what Clemson wants. What does Clemson see themselves as? Do they see themselves as a program who had that run back in that old era, or do they want to, adapt? What do you think?
He had one bad year ever. So it's way too early, man.
I don't think it's too early.
It's just too early. Yeah, one bad year this year.
I'm okay. Maybe I'm forecasting the hot seat.
Even 2024, where people said they sucked, they made the playoffs.
But he's supposed to.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. Clemson is in that boat to where
because he put
just
there,
making
though.
it to the playoff is not enough.
Yeah, but they weren't like that before him. They weren't going to be out there.
I get that.
And I don't think they will be after him. I think it's
they could though.
Yeah, I mean,
they could though.
I don't think they got the program stability. I don't think they have this resources anymore. They don't have that much money.
And I'm kind of being devil's advocate and kind of just helping your point.
Hard school to win at.
It's a hard sell because me and you have went to a Clemson game, and that's in the middle of freaking nowhere.
It's a very hard school to win at. That's why people, when he initially came on the map and started getting Clemson to championship contention, it was so impressive. This is like, it's one of the hardest schools to win at consistently in college football because of the size of the school and the funds.
Yeah, I agree.
So he does impressive, and a couple more 7 and 6 years, then yeah. But after one, he made the playoffs 2 years ago, and he hasn't had any seasons under 500.
I don't know. He carried himself really like
I don't like him.
He carried himself like a defeated man way too much last year. Like defeated, like he gave up. And I don't never want to see a coach look like he gave up, especially when you're driving a $100 million boat in this program. I mean, he looked like he gave up a lot of times last year, and like he was checked out, like he was just like, I'm not the old same Dabo. Like he was Eeyore, like he was like depressed. And I know losing sucks, man. But when you see a coach borderline checked out, and
I mean, it's true.
That's just my opinion on it. Obviously, I knew that was definitely maybe a hot take there. But I mean, it's a hard sell though. We've been there, and anybody that went to Clemson, I respect you. That place is a shithole. I mean, the drive to the stadium sucks. Like it's nothing surrounded. It's just like woods.
Yeah.
And like
the campus pops up out of nowhere.
Nothing. There's just nothing there.
It's kind of like Las Vegas is of schools. Because Las Vegas is, if you ever been there, it's in the middle of the desert. Like you're flying the plane, there's nothing anywhere. It's just a big ass city, and then you can see. If you're in the plane still, you can see past the city. Nothing. It's just so weird.
It was weird.
That at Clemson.
The stadium is beautiful though.
Like it's amazing stadium.
Yeah, the stadium is awesome.
I mean,
then I had the best probably meatballs ever in my life. After that.
Shout out to that restaurant.
Yeah, shout out to that restaurant. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's the Italian restaurant on campus. It's the only one. It's the only one.
Yeah, that campus stinks. I mean, my cousin told me that, and he was right.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do.
Yeah, South Carolina, man.
Like I said, a couple more 7-6 seasons though. Yeah, you can fire them, but not right now, man. I just think that wouldn't be fair.
Okay. No, I think
certain things about
I expected
fairness.
I expected you to be on that side. I knew it was kind of a hot take there, but. I really do, in my opinion. I think if he doesn't get it together, and this year it'll probably it might be his last year, depending on what Clemson wants to do. If they want to win now, if not, then it's going to be Operation Cleanup. And if they keep on hold on to him for the next 2-3 years, in my opinion, I don't see it. I don't see it trending up for Clemson. That's what I'm saying. It's going trending down, and I think it's going to get a lot uglier before it gets better if they keep him. But we'll see. But we brought up Italian restaurant. And this logo I made for our risers and fallers makes me think of Italian restaurants and pizza. Yeah, like this makes me think of pizza. I was like, I'm fat. I was thinking of some risers and fallers. But here we go. The NFL draft's looming. Shout out to Draft Professor, all of our friends we've made, in the draft community. I think the draft's the thing we cover the least, but we still cover it. And we do a lot, even though we do a lot of homework for it. We have a lot of data. If anybody sees our Discord, it's chock full of draft data that we've accumulated over the year. But with us dedicating a lot of our time with recruiting and helping a lot of the players that we help, I think we should, the draft kind of takes a back seat naturally just because there's only so much time in a day. But we do have our risers and followers here. We'll definitely touch on the draft, and I think it's a heck of a good list. And me and you got some small school guys. We both each have a small school guy.
You too, okay.
Hey, from the same state.
Really?
And I can't wait. I can't wait. I'll touch on it in a minute. But before we get into our risers and fallers, Dalton, just give me an overlook of this draft and what you're looking right now as we get closer and closer. Are we thinking maybe we're going to see some big trades? I think Jeremiah Love's a guy. He's been an interesting topic, I think, for the past year, draft wise. But with some of these teams going and getting their running back in free agency, first question: where's Jeremiah Love? Is he going to go top 10?
I wouldn't draft him top 10, but I think he will end up going top 10.
Okay.
It seems like it.
Okay.
All the writing's on the walls. I know he ain't falling outside the first round anymore. That's a dumb question.
Oh, no, he's going to be first.
He's a lot.
In my opinion, if he doesn't go first, if he doesn't go top 10, he'll go to 20th.
18, I think.
Yeah.
Vikings is as far as he's going to go.
A lot. Okay.
I think Vikings if he's on the board and Vikings pick and they're taking him. But this draft, hate to beat a dead horse, but quarterback depth sucks, obviously. Only one bona fide starter right now. Maybe a couple more down the road, but only one
Trinidad
right now.
Chambliss, what are you doing, man?
Running back class isn't great either. There's a couple sleepers, but outside of Love, they're not really a guy you're like, damn, he might be really good.
No.
Receiver depth, very good though. Really good depth receiver. Star power might be lacking a bit. I'm not sure how good of
I agree.
Cardinal Tate's going to be in terms of being like a Jamar Chase. Same as Jordan Tyson and McCollum, and I'm not sure they're that type of player. But I think they can be very, very solid guys.
Okay.
O-line class, very good, right?
Love it.
Interior O-line especially.
Love the interior offensive line. Guys that are already on the interior that are going to be great. Guys that are going to be moving into the interior, great. Yeah, I think interior offensive line. And then edge, which, man, I think looking at some edge film, I'm not as high as on the edge class as I was.
Me either.
The biggest thing is motor. I've seen a lot of guys take some plays off, and my list is going to reiterate that and kind of reflect that in my thoughts on this edge class. And I still think there's some solid guys, but they're more value down the line. I don't think guys who you would trade up, not too many guys you would trade up for. You would kind of let them fall to you, in my opinion. So I want to give your last thoughts here before we get into our list, our risers and fallers. Give me the position, not necessarily the deepest, but the position where a team could be the most stingy on. Meaning, like, I think it's tight end.
Are you going to wait till late?
Wait till late to get your tight end, man. I think you can wait really late to get your tight end in this draft. Am I crazy for thinking that?
No, there's a lot of quality depth at tight end, and, you need 3 or 4 on a roster. There's always room for a guy, especially depth pieces. Like, if you can only catch or you can only block, you can still make the league as a tight end.
For sure.
Because nowadays you run a lot of 12 personnel packages, 2 tight ends on the field. So, I agree with that, man.
Cool.
You could have a lot of 6th, 7th round steals at tight end. Another position I'm looking at, I think is very sleepy deep, and you could hit late in the draft is safety.
Okay, talk about it.
People don't talk a lot about safeties.
Question: I just heard in the draft that there's pretty much no such thing as a free and strong safety, just safety now. Is that true?
I agree.
Okay,
my board's just safeties.
Right, I agree.
Don't list them. If you can play one, you better be able to play the other.
Right, you got to be versatile.
Yeah. So I think the safety. I mean, obviously you got Downs at the top, but even after him, I mean, you got Thieneman. Neil Warren is a beast from Toledo. Saw him play. Keontae Scott, I think he's a bit of a tweener. Could play safety or corner, but just a beast. Zeki Wheatley from Penn State. And Kamari Ramsey, Bud Clark. I mean, safeties, I think, is loaded.
I agree. We did forget. I'm just looking through the graphics. We forgot one hot seat. We'll touch on it here. Luke Fickell.
Oh, yeah. I'd say. I was wondering, how do we leave him out?
Yeah, 17-21, Wisconsin, 8-10.
He's the worst.
He's
on this list, I think.
I agree. Even though we got our boy Jameer Scott at Wisconsin.
I mean, yeah, great recruit. Great pickup.
Great recruit. He's really good at getting the 2 and 3 stars. That's
like
people
slept on ones.
Really good at getting. But you have to, if you're going to do that, you have to mix it with star power. But
he ain't done that at all. Yeah.
And do you think this is the year with Wisconsin?
Yeah,
I agree.
Wisconsin's a school that is used to winning.
Yeah,
not championships, but 9-3,
and they have an identity.
Yeah,
they're like Iowa.
Football.
They're like Iowa.
Good defense. Yeah.
As a Packers fan, I remember when Wisconsin was really, really good. Those years. Who was their coach?
The guy that was Brett Bielema.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? So
he was good there, and then he went to Arkansas and sucked. Yeah.
yeah, sure. The reason I brought up that is, man, Wisconsin had I remember as an article as a Packers fan. It was like, who has the best offensive line in Wisconsin? It was Wisconsin or Packers. They didn't know because that offensive line was so damn good. And I feel like ever since then they've kind of lost their identity of what they are. But yeah, that rounds up the hot list or the hot seat list. Had to add that in there. Sorry, but had to add Luke Fickle in there. But yeah, Dalton, this draft, man, I think, like I said, there is some guys in Wisconsin, like I said, Vinny Anthony from Wisconsin, who's a really good player. But it's weird when you have all that talent, you can't translate it to
One more
wins.
thing about Wisconsin, I think the portal hurt them a lot.
Yeah,
compared to a lot of other teams,
for sure.
Because growing up, basketball and football, had the same coach.
Yes.
Buddy Ryan in basketball, but Bielema was there for a long time. Before him, it was a stud too. I just can't think of his name right now. There's the guy you're thinking of. I think it was before Bielema. I can't think of his name. I'll get it in a minute. But anyways, Wisconsin was top 15 in football and basketball every year when we were kids, and they would develop talent that would stay there 4 years, go on to the pros, and ball out. It wasn't guys that were. It wasn't 5 stars or 4 stars.
No.
TJ Watt, JJ Watt. JJ even transferred from Central Michigan.
Yep. He was a tight end.
There's a lot more guys. Those are just the 2 stars.
Yes.
But they used to do that all the time.
Well, they had Monte Ball.
Yeah. Monte Ball. He was decent.
And then they had Russell Wilson transferred
James
in.
White.
Yep. That Wisconsin-Michigan State Big Ten championship game is one of the best games you've ever seen. Russell Wilson, Monte Ball versus Kirk Cousins, Le'Veon Bell.
And their old line back in the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We can't forget about the old line.
It was great. They said it was as good as the Packers all line.
Gabe Karimi and all them.
Yes.
I mean, they used to have the best line year in year out, tight ends as well.
Yes.
Not lately. I don't know if it's a coaching thing or the portal. I think it's both.
Both, yeah.
But the coaches definitely deserve some blame. Wisconsin's just, man, that's the team I like when they're good.
Yeah.
Because they're fun to watch.
They are.
Because when they're good, they're coached well. They're not going to beat themselves. And they're going to be in the game. They might not win them all. They ain't going to blow them out. They used to be just the most fundamentally sound team. They need to get back to that. They need to get a coach where it gets the program right and disciplined.
They do. We'll see what happens. I will say a good thing about them not being that good. Ticket prices are down. I haven't mentioned, but Oregon's coming to Wisconsin this year. $41 to get in the door.
Might have to go, yeah.
Might try to go.
That's cheap.
Shout out to Oregon. But all right, let's get into our risers and followers. Had to get that last one in. Dalton, let's get into your 3 risers in the draft. Explain why you think you're high on them. D lineman Caleb Proctor, running back Mike Washington Jr., and wide receiver Jeff Caldwell from our hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, went to Butler. Give me your thoughts on these 3 guys.
Well, Caleb Proctor is definitely a riser because I didn't know much about this guy until the process, of course. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know much about him, so after his combine performance, we ran at 4.87 as a D tackle. I was like, you need to watch some film on
That'll
this guy.
do it.
I need to watch some film on this
That'll
guy.
work.
Yeah, it's gonna make you want to watch film on him, and it did. And man, he's so dominant at that level. Yeah, it's gonna be a big step up in competition, but his athleticism,
he's got the body,
and his ceiling, man, is up here. I think he's gonna be a great developmental pick.
Me too.
Maybe 4th round now.
Yeah. I think I was thinking maybe late 3rd.
Maybe, yeah, just because his ceiling is there. But it's still, he's very raw. So that's the only reason to keep him. But man, I love him though. I love his game. He's
tough.
As hell.
He's old school kind of too.
Mike Washington. I mean, I had him RB6 before the combine. I think now I got to rethink it. Maybe RB3 or 2.
Me too.
Maybe 2.
I bumped him up on mine.
I mean, that speed with that size, 4.33, I think at
230. I could tell you where I have him on mine.
I know he's 230 pounds and running that fast, and his film was great. He kept Arkansas's offense moving this year. I mean, Taylor Green, very talented quarterback in his own right, but mistake prone. Mike Washington was a guy that would get you the first down. When you need 3, he'd get you 4. And he's also very dynamic. This year's class, like I said, running back class, I think you're fighting for the 2nd position, 3rd position, 4th. This guy, I think he's the best choices you can get outside Jeremiah Love. So, stud. And then Jeff Caldwell.
This is a sleeper.
He's the biggest riser.
Sleeper.
The whole process. I think he rose probably 100 spots.
Yeah, I didn't know he went to Butler High School.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Butler.
Really? In Louisville?
Yes.
I did not know that.
He went to Butler. Me and Dalton's arch rival in high school. I know.
Still know new things.
I swear.
But I do know he's good. I mean, I watched him play this year. I watched a lot of Cincinnati games this year. And when Cyrus Allen wasn't getting the ball, this guy was. I did not know he was athletic, though. I mean, for that size, that strength, his athletic profile is top of the charts. If you get him an offense and really get him active, I think he's going to be one of the best shooters in this class.
Yeah.
Just based off talent.
Yes.
He's just very slept on. Transferred to Cincinnati this year. Only had 1 year of high level competition. Not much film on him, but it doesn't matter when you're
He was at
a freak like this. He's small school.
No, he was at
Wasn't
yeah, I seen it. It was a small school, man. It was,
real small.
yeah, it was FCS, I think. But yeah, Jeff Caldwell from our hometown, which you didn't know until the scouting process. But yeah, I think this is a good list of these risers, these wide receivers. I'm falling in love.
That's where he
Lindenwood.
came from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put up 1,000 yards there. He only had 478 this year, which I was very surprised by. But 6 tutties, 32 catches, so very productive in the red zone. And I just think if you get him with a good quarterback, and Cincinnati ran the ball a lot.
Yes.
Because Sorsby was a great runner. And when he threw it, he was really looking at Cyrus Allen. So this guy in an offense where he's featured in, I think he can explode.
I think so too, man. A lot of these big body receivers I'm falling in love with. The Caleb Douglases, the Ted Hurst, the Chris Brazzles. Those are my favorite receivers. And I may have to throw Jeff Caldwell in that mix, man, because I'm starting to really like him as well. I'm going to have to definitely break down some more tape of him because he's from our hometown, man. Shout out. Love your risers. And you got some fallers as well. We'll go with your fallers, some guys that may be slipping down in your board and they may be slipping down some other teams' boards. But you got Malachi Fields, wide receiver. And then I put D lineman, O lineman for Lee Hunter, but sorry, it's D lineman for Lee Hunter, and then D lineman for LT Overton. I agree on all three of these. Cool. I think this interior defensive lineman class, the noses, the 3 techs, it's not as deep as people think. I think people are forcing some of the guys up to be that, and it's just if they have the size, they don't have the tenacity. If they have the tenacity, they don't have the size. If they have both, they're like arm length's not good, or they're only a nose, or they're only a 3. Like, there's not a lot of guys who check every single box in the interior defensive lineman. But tell the people about your 3 and why they're slipping on your board.
Well, I love Fields. Let me start by saying I like him still. I knew he was slow already.
Okay.
I knew he wasn't going
I didn't know he was that slow.
Yeah. No, I knew he was going to be 4.6 range.
He had some field speed at the Senior Bowl. We got to see that.
Exactly. He has field speed. That's what I was going to say. But it is what it is. Athletic score sucked at the combine. He was really low. I think he's a receiver that, he's not going to create a lot of separation, but he's going to make contested catches, especially in the NFL when you can't be as physical. I mean, he's going to draw a lot of pass interference calls.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
I think he's still a solid day 2 pick. Round 3, though. Not second, but.
Reaching. That's a reach, Dalton. That's a reach.
It's all about speed, man.
I agree. No, I agree. I love the big guys. I mean, I'm about the big guys.
I like him better than Ted Hurst still.
Really? Yeah. Oh, my God, Dalton. Hold on. That's a hot take. You still like Malachi Fields over Ted Hurst, bro? Mm-hmm. Why? Tell me why. What does he do better on the football field than Ted Hurst?
Contested catches.
So Ted Hurst just opened more?
Ted Hurst gets open more. So, he does create more separation at the top of his route. But that's not everything for a receiver. I think Ted Hurst is going to suffer from a lot of drop problems.
Okay.
When the way he catches the ball, he lets it get into his body. Most people don't discuss that.
All right.
Most people, they catch the ball, it's a good catch. No, it's not necessarily true. You got to use your hands. A lot of balls out in front of him, he lets get to his body. Can't do that in the NFL, especially against these corners. I'll knock him away, too. I'm not saying I don't like Hurst. He's barely ahead of Hurst.
I just think I have to accompany Malachi Fields more than I do Ted Hurst. Ted Hurst, I plug and play him anything. I think Malachi Fields, I can only run certain plays with him.
Yeah,
I think it's cut and dry.
And then, but yeah, I still think he's good. But a lot of people knocked him down a little bit. Lee Hunter though, he's athletic. He's a bowling ball. We've seen this guy. I don't know why everybody's so in love with him. Because we've seen this prospect every year. Yeah, we see 10 of them.
Yeah,
a guy that can't rush the passer, and you can't move him though. I mean, yeah, there's a place for him in the NFL.
But if you're big,
be a star.
You have to be big and move, man.
Yeah, and you can't move great. That's what we found out. That's what I'm saying. That's why his stock's down. I definitely think he's a mid-round guy now. And a lot of people had him going first.
I know.
A month ago,
I left the Senior Bowl with kind of being even on him and Tim Keenan. And that's not the greatest thing. I don't think he's that much greater. And Tim Keenan is stubby. I mean, and Tim Keenan, he'll surprise you with some of the stuff he comes out with. But yeah, Lee Hunter, I think, man, I don't know. I think he's one of the catalysts on like this interior defensive lineman class, maybe being a little overrated, but maybe I'm just a dumbass. But yeah, Lee Hunter, and then give me your thoughts on LT Overton dropping. I think I'm a little surprised by this, a little bit, but not that much surprised.
No, I mean, good player. There's just I don't think there's a spot for him in the
Okay.
NFL.
Tweener?
I don't think he played tackle. He's not strong enough. He's gonna get
Hmm.
any double team is just gonna wash him out.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
And now you get double teamed a lot in the NFL as interior D lineman. So there goes that. And then I don't think he has athletic profile to play outside and get to the passer. I mean, I think if he started up 17 games as an edge rusher, he might get 5 sacks.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So he just don't have a position. Great football player, but just not a great positional player.
Not
And,
not versatile like a Peter Woods.
kind of like an Isaiah Simmons when he came out of Clemson.
Okay.
And he went top 10.
Shout out to him.
But still no spot for him.
Don't we have him on our team now?
He was on the Giants. I don't even know where he is. Y'all got him now?
I thought so.
Maybe. He's been everywhere now. He's just trying to catch on.
Pretty sure
but
Packers got
just
him
don't
now.
have a spot. And he's a great football player. That's why people keep getting him chances and chances.
And D line's hard, man. It's hard to hit on D line. Like it's interior D line, and like if a guy that you can leave out there for 3 straight downs can play the gaps as well as bull rush and open up gaps for other guys. It's hard, and I don't know. I played line, like it shouldn't be. I don't know, that hard to find him. I guess I don't know.
I just think Overton's a depth guy. I don't think he's a starter. So
Yeah.
I definitely thought he might be able to start before, but I mean, I just don't think he's strong enough to play inside, not fast enough to play outside. So
I just
he's
think
just a depth piece, which he can play if you need him to, for sure.
I think the drop off from Peter Woods and Caleb Banks
To
is
the third guy,
it's crazy.
Katie McDonald probably third.
Yeah. After him, okay, I'll get McDonald in there too. After McDonald, it's a drop off, dog. Like it's a steep one too. But that makes a good it sets a table for some guys that are going to rise up and be some gems, which there are going to be some guys in this draft who are we look back on like, oh my God, slept on. Like that's just numbers. But I do think there are some positions where next year is going to be solid, or maybe the year before was a little bit better. But all right, your rises and fallers, man, it's a solid list. I like them. I was really close to putting Malachi Fields on mine, so but you beat me to it. So shout out. But here's my risers and my list. NFL draft here. First one, Parker Brailsford, center. I got him O-lineman, but I think he's a bona fide center there coming out of Bama. Zion Young, end, edge, however you say it. He's a dog coming out of Missouri. Then wide receiver, Jacoby Lane. If you like Jacoby Lane, stay tuned because at the end of the episode, we're going to actually preview our interview with Jacoby Lane. I think Jacoby, we'll start from the bottom. We'll start with him. I mean, I think he's very underrated in the way he can move. He's very smooth. Yeah, he's tall. Doesn't carry as much weight as some of these other guys that are coming in. But, man, I think he's really smooth. Good route runner. I think he's underrated. Since the Senior Bowl, actually, looking at some of his stuff, it's really impressed me. So I think Jacoby Lane, depending where he goes, to obviously fit reigns above all. But depending where he goes, Jacoby Lane could very well find himself producing for a team like Baltimore next year. I could see Jacoby Lane getting picked up late in Baltimore and just absolutely showing out first year and making some big plays. But let's start Zion Young. We posted a clip of Zion Young on our page this week, and I put there on a caption, he's one of the best disruptors in this draft, and I stand by that. Disruptor, man. Motor. Don't have to question this guy's motor. A lot of these ends right now, in my opinion, I'm having to question their motor and how hard they go each and every play. And Zion Young does just that. He goes hard each and every play, and I love it. Whoever gets Zion Young, you're getting a hell of a guy. Let me see where I got him on my list right now. I updated it over the weekend. Actually, I didn't. I thought I did.
I like Zion Young.
But I do. I have Zion Young at, I think, 4 or 5. I think he's fighting for 4 D end right now. I have him solid at 5. He is the 5th best defensive end in this draft, at least. And whoever gets him is going to be a dog. But I want to talk about Parker Brailsford, one of the last ones on my risers. I got another list. But I love him, man. I fell in love with him. I wasn't that high on him going into this year, but when I look at a 6'2 center, you just look at it, you're like, probably not supposed to be out there unless you're an absolute dog. As a former 6'2 center myself, it's a tall task to go up any guy at 6'6", 300, and low man wins. You get that, but this is a strength and numbers game, and for him to win, for him to be the starting center at Alabama at 6'2" is all you need to know about him. He's an absolute dog. He moves just as good as Logan Jones. He's got a very narrow base, but not too narrow, and that's what helps him get under guys. He never gets too wide, and that's what I love about him is how narrow he keeps his hips and his knees. It's weird. If you look at him, you'll immediately see it. You're like, he's just very compact in a good way. He moves side to side like a crab in a good way. So I like him. Whoever gets Parker Brailsford, you're getting a hell of a center. And this center class, and if you really want to put center and isolate that outside of offensive line and out of the interior, center might be top 3 positions in this draft.
Yeah.
You got guys like Brian Parker from Duke, who's at right tackle, going to move in the center. You got a bunch of guys. Some people saying Trey Zune might. I don't know about that. But these are my first 3 risers. Then the next 3 here, I'm very excited about. I have Jake Slaughter, Justin Jolie, and athlete out of SCLSU, Bobby Boucher. I got him. We got Bobby Boucher.
Adam, but there's been too much hype lately, you know. I mean,
Hey,
everybody's
look,
got him on the
all right.
risers, dude.
This is obviously weird, but I
love Slaughter though.
I think if you cover the draft in any way, everyone should sprinkle in a Bobby Boucher scouting report in their draft. Just as a joke, as keeping things light, you should put in a Bobby Boucher scouting report because I read one the other day. Hey, if you type in Bobby Boucher scouting report, someone did like
A real one?
a full one. I mean, huge full one. And I might read that at the end. But let's get off on my first 2 real guys that actually play football. Jake Slaughter and Justin Jolie. I didn't want to leave it to just 2. Had to throw a third. But Jake Slaughter out of your Florida Gators, man. We got to see him at the Senior Bowl up close. An absolute unit. A huge guy.
Yeah.
I think he's going to start in the league for a good amount of years at center. And whoever gets him is an absolute dog. He's a great example of this center class being great. I mean, when you go up against Caleb Banks every day in practice and you're winning reps, and when you're at Senior Bowl winning reps against him, I got to give, because he has your number.
Yeah.
Caleb Banks knows what you're good at. Caleb Banks knows what you're not good at, vice versa. And Jake Slaughter, as well as Austin Barber, 2 good offensive linemen coming to this draft. Give me your thoughts on Jake Slaughter.
Very consistent player, first off. I mean, 2 really good years in a row.
Yeah.
Jaden Ball, he blocked for him, and he's one of the best running backs in the country. It takes a good O-line to produce a good running game, right?
Yes.
That's all you need to know. And just look at his grades, too. I mean, his PFF grades. I'm not a huge fan of those.
Me either.
But for O-line, for me, I use that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not great at evaluating O-line.
That's what it's there for.
His grade's like a 90, so.
Yes. So Trey, he's up there with guys like
rushing.
He's up there with guys like Trey Zune. So one of the best interior offensive linemen in this draft. He doesn't. You look at him, he's like got the combed over hair, got the glasses, talks nicest guy, like huge, gentle giant. But that man is a nasty dude when it gets down to it, when it gets in between those lines. So shout Jake Slaughter. Then this guy, Justin Jolie, we got to meet him at the Senior Bowl as well. And seeing him in person, man, he's shot up my tight end boards. I think he's another guy who could fit right in like a team with like the Ravens, who just lost likely to your Giants. I think he could fill that spot seamlessly for a team like that, for a number of teams.
Yeah, he's athletic. Good pass catcher.
Yeah, hell of a player. And it's Justin Jolie. I did ask him the pronunciation because I was, here Jolly. I was kind of hoping it was Jolly, but it's Jolie. Shout Justin Jolie. Do you have any like scheme or fits or team fits? I know some people hate comps or team fits, but for some players, I think you can just see them at certain teams. Do you see Justin Jolie at any team next year? They fit well?
I'd like him. Well, I don't like him there, but I think it'd be good. Chiefs behind Kelsey for a year.
You seen they got Justin Fields today.
Yeah.
Do you think Mahomes is going to start the season off? Starting?
Nobody knows yet. But,
I don't think he will.
I hope so.
Why? Why would you?
Why would I?
If he's not 100%.
If he's healthy?
But he might. I don't know.
Well, if he isn't, then no.
People just come back from injuries way quicker now. Like, what happened?
Jason Tatum.
Evolution, man.
Balling. Jason Tatum came back balling.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
Yeah. And NBA's.
That's true.
Use a lot of money.
ACL used to be a career ender.
Now
it was over.
7 months, yeah.
Now it's 7 months. Achilles used to be like 50-50 career ender. And if it wasn't a career ender, you were like substantially worse.
Yeah, worse.
You might still be in the league, but you went from star to role player or, role player to
Easily.
On the bench. So it's crazy how these guys bounce back. But let's get into the Bobby Boucher. I found the scouting report. Strengths: leaked tackling, meanest hitter, possesses unparalleled violent tackling ability, often creating soul-searching hits. Instant block shedding, exceptional ability to destroy offensive lines and get to the ball, high motor and rage management. Oh, yeah. He has some good rage management, man. utilizes intense personal rage to fuel explosive plays. Weaknesses, size constraints. Okay, so
Yeah.
Bobby Boucher, we're looking at about a 5'10" to 6 foot radius. 185 to 210.
Oh God.
We'll see the SCLSU Pro Day, but mental processing, mental processing, coverage skills. I didn't really see Bobby Boucher get too many picks in that all 22 film. I gotta have to go back and look at the Bourbon Bowl and see how he did in that game.
Huge game. Whose game?
When he came back second half Bourbon Bowl, missed the first half, but played second half of the Bourbon Bowl and got Coach Klein that excellent win. And it was a great win, man. And you got Joe Montana. Shout out to him. But he says while some analysts suggest Bobby Boucher is a one-trick pony, but I mean he can play fullback, he can return kicks for you. So I would just love to see Bobby Boucher and Forrest Gump duel it out on the gridiron.
Oh man,
Might take Boucher, but that is my risers and fallers. Oh, did I do my fallers? I didn't do my
I
fallers.
don't think you can catch.
All right.
Think you can catch him.
Let's do 3 fallers. I got Makai Lemon, Spencer Fano, and Kendrick Falk.
Big names here.
Big names. Makai Lemon, some people, they say he botched his interviews there at the podium at the combine, accompanied that with not the greatest 40.
Weird.
Yeah, I think I don't even think it's a character thing because some people are alluding to that. I just think for you to get picked, he's been projected top 10 for the longest. For you to be top 10, you got to be franchise changing. Is he franchise changing?
I don't see it.
Look at a guy like Ted McMillan. Is he going to get you? Ted McMillan translated to more wins instantly. Is Makai Lemon going to translate to more wins for your franchise instantly? I don't think so. Even though I think he's a hell of a ball player. Spencer Fano, a guy who I've never really been too high on going into this draft. He came in projected top 5 in a lot of people's drafts. Now he's down to like 17 range around there. And I think he should have always been around that range, maybe around 17 and then at beginning and maybe drop down about 20, 23. Okay. I just have some, issues with his motor technique, which kind of plays into the motor and his size. So
not that big.
Not that big. He's lean, which some guys are able to just have that pure butte strength to a guy like a Jason Kelsey, kind of was a smaller, was a smaller offensive lineman. But he's a one of one. Is Spencer Fano one of one? Maybe so. Maybe I'm just wrong. But in my opinion, I've watched a lot of film on him, and when you go against lower level, quote unquote, I still respect who they go against. But how you do the little things is how you do the big things. Anyone knows that. It's not just a football thing; it's a life thing. How you do the little things is how, when the bright lights, that's how you're going to do them. That's just, football's all about muscle memory, and his technique is bad. If you look at his film, when he is playing on the outside, he barely gets in a stance. He barely gets in a stance, right? I mean,
yeah.
The only guy that plays that high, like before even pre-snap, is Blake Miller. Plays just like that. Plays really high to where it's hard because low man wins. Somebody's going to get up under you. Ruben Bain's going to get up under you, get his hands in your chest, and it's over. And it's just all about, if they want you on the ground or not. So he's going to have to put on 10 pounds and fix some technique things. Is it too far gone technique-wise? Is he too set in his ways? We'll see. But I think he's fell a little bit on not only my boards, kind of people across the draft community. The next one here, Kendrick Falk out of Auburn. I think this is kind of surprising one for a lot of people, but his biggest question with me is motor. Watched some film these past couple of weeks on Auburn, and yeah, man, you look at some Zion Young film and you look at some Kendrick Falk film, and you'll see it. You'll see it. Just look at that. Look at some Missouri film. Look how hard he goes every single play, and look how hard Kendrick Falk goes kind of maybe some plays. So I think it could be fixed, because I was a guy who, I would look back at the films like I didn't go hard on that play. And when you're out there, you think you are going 100, and it takes two things. Someone either has to physically show you what 100% looks like and show you, then do it for you, or they have to just, they have to identify that and tell you you're not going 100%, and you fix that yourself. So we'll see which road they take, but motor's the biggest thing with me, especially with you got batted balls and stuff. It's like that's all motor. That's not technique.
Hmm.
You don't get your hand up a certain way. That's all motor. That's all IQ, and that ties in with motor as well. Because if you don't know what you're doing, how can you go hard at 100%? So that's my fallers and my risers for this NFL draft class so far. I don't know if we'll have too many more risers and fallers until the draft. We'll see. But I think we both had some solid prospects on there that some people maybe unexpected and some expected. But
Oh yeah.
last thing I want to touch on this draft. When we were doing this prove it teams when I was doing Miami, it just made me think what I was thinking a couple months ago. I mean, if Darian Minsa was in this draft, he'd probably be quarterback 2, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he could have left too. He was redshirt sophomore.
Am I crazy for thinking that he could be quarterback 2 in this draft?
Oh, he probably might have been for sure.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think he should have came out.
I don't disagree.
But we'll see what happens with Mensa. I think he's going to have a hell of a year. Can't wait to preview quarterbacks, college quarterbacks going into the year, because we are absolutely grinding to get these high school quarterbacks rated. If anyone's been following the channel, you know that we are ingrained in recruiting world, and we are working on our top 100 quarterbacks in the nation. We have scouted over 380 something quarterbacks. We've seen around 120 live so far, and we got a couple more camps to go to, but the list will be coming out in April. We're building this top 100 list, and after this list drops, somebody out there is gonna say, "Well, what's his home squad? What's he rated on home squad?" And that is the goal, because
Oh yeah.
I mean, I respect the 247s and the rivals, man. They work around the clock, literally around the
Oh,
clock.
for sure.
Shout to Tom Loy, shout to a lot of those guys. But they're late to the party, man. On a lot of these guys, man. You look at a guy like Jackie Ryder. You look at who didn't have he went from not having a 247 profile 2 weeks ago to he's third star,
Yeah.
3-star now.
Yeah, already.
You look at Jake Nawrot. They should have been high on Jake Nawrot. His junior film was the same junior film 2 months ago when we started scouting quarterbacks, and we had him pretty high.
Yes.
And I get they do a good job of coming back and trying to right their wrongs, but we're trying to get it right the first time. When we put out our rankings the first time, our top 100 is going to be as solid as it gets. We're going to have a 50 dual threat list as well. A lot of guys won't be in that top 100 list, but are still great runners. But I can't wait to come out with it. I'll give you some spoiler alerts. When we've been doing this Elite 11, we've been doing A to Z for a reason. Didn't want to rank them because that'll kind of give it away where we'll have those ranked, in the top 100. But shout out to our boy William Jackson, 2027 quarterback.
Yes, sir.
He's been getting to it, man. He's been posting a lot of workout videos. I will tell you, he will be one quarterback that our ranking for him will be a lot higher than what 247 has. Why? Because one, we know him. Two, we've seen him throw in person, and his situation kind of plays into his productivity.
Absolutely.
He's had 6 head coaches.
Yeah.
And he's going into his senior year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he's on a 6th head coach. So yeah, circumstances weighs into it, and not these recruiting services. They don't really know all these players' circumstances. We try to learn those circumstances and whatnot. But top 100 list will be dropping in April. When in April, don't exactly know. Probably first half of April. But top 100 guys who have been scouted once, twice, 3 times, and it's hard, man. This quarterback class is so talented. If you are a fan of any team in college football, you probably want to get a quarterback in this class. If you're a coach, you definitely want to get a quarterback in this class. So we're trying to help build that bridge. More coaches, guys reaching out. Hoping to go to a coach clinic here and just present a lot of our guys and guys who put that stamp on, as we've seen so many of them. Give me a quarterback. You can't wait to see where they're on the list, and really excited that we'll have them pretty high. And maybe take some guys for surprise. I like the kid out of Glasgow.
Yeah. See, I said him last week. So.
He was good.
I like Holly, man.
Yeah.
Let me look at our list real quick.
Got a lot of guys. Emmett Queen's one of those guys. That's out of the Kentucky area. That's really good. And he's out of Fort Mitchell. Hell of a player. A lot of guys, man. Jamel Carruthers is absolutely blown up. Not really. He's on his way to blowing up.
I was about to say, I want to see where he's going to go.
Yes.
Very interested about him.
Jamel's going to be rated pretty high on our list, man. He's really good. He had no P4 offers before the camp, before Elite 11. And then after the Elite 11, North Carolina and Louisville has both offered. And it's only going to get, bigger, that list. We got Jamel's highlights right
Parker
here.
Robinson as well. I need somebody to get on his train.
Good one. Good pull. Parker Robertson's a hell of a quarterback. Yeah, man, he really surprised us. He's throwing. He's another guy. I don't think he has a 2.47.
Exactly.
He does not have a 2.47 profile, but that's why we look at the tape, man. This Jamel Carruthers guy right here, really, really big. He's big in film. He's really even bigger in person. His father got to talk to him at the camp. Heck of a guy. Love seeing him. The parents drive all those hours, all those miles to bring their kid to the camp. He's out of Owensboro, Kentucky. And, man, we were really surprised all the Kentucky guys that showed out this camp. Jamel Carruthers was the best one.
Oh, yeah. They were all good, though, man.
They were. Zane Johnson, shout out to him.
Got some good talent in the state this year.
They do, man.
Looks like.
Yeah, shout out. We're have to maybe go catch a game in Jamel. So I would say you could set your clock to about, I don't know, a week, and he'll probably have another 5 P4 offers.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of these guys, man, it's the best thing about Elite 11. These guys absolutely blow up, and their phones start ringing because they got in the car, they showed up, they weren't afraid to show out, and they showed out. So that's what happens. Shout out to our boy Jake Nawrot, his visit to Kentucky and all that drama that followed it.
Crazy week
For Jake. I'm sure, if he does wear the blue, he'll definitely already be accustomed to the rivalry. And that's
already.
Not a lot of players get to experience a rivalry without playing in it.
Before you be committed to that school.
Yeah, we'll see where he goes. I mean, I think now I do love Kentucky. I see open up my phone and Will Stein's going after a new top 5 quarterback, all of them top 10 quarterback. And that's great to get those guys in the building. But in my opinion, it's kind of like F1 drivers. If anyone's familiar with F1, you can't really have 2 drivers, you can't have 2 fighting. You can look at McLaren, but you have to, I think, hone in a guy and make a guy your guy. You look at Colorado's quarterback. Have you seen about the Colorado quarterback drama all of a sudden? Isaac Wilson and now? Yeah. Well, all of a sudden, Isaac Wilson might start over Juju. And I think that sets a really thing. Quarterback's the one position where you have to say in the spring, this is our guy, and it's his job to lose. It's our guy. And I think Will Stein needs to identify which quarterback he really, really, really wants. And that's the guy wants. You can have all the guys coming in and out, but me and Dalton were former players. You see that great, but you don't want to have to worry if a school's bringing in another guy, next week when you're there on Wednesday. I understand, though. It's his first year. They need all the great talent they can get. But I'm just saying, if he focuses on Jake Nawrot, he'll be just fine. Right?
Yeah.
Israel Abrams.
But you still don't mean he's going to go there.
No. Jake's going to have, I think, so many options.
Exactly.
So many options, but situation's key. And there's not many SEC situations where he can maybe walk in and play pretty quickly. I think this maybe could be one of them, as well as get developed by a former quarterback in Will Stein.
Facts.
But I think you're going to see some big schools hop on the board. I think we're going to see
Oregon, LSU.
Oregon. I would think Oregon would be crazy not to go after him. USC, because they lost Hussein Longstreet.
True.
So maybe LSU. They're going to lose Levitt next year.
Yeah.
And maybe you want another guy coming in. I don't know. There's so many guys. You see so many programs go 2-3 deep at quarterback and then kind of survival the fittest. I think wherever Jake Nawrot goes, he will definitely move his way up the depth chart.
Absolutely.
As we've seen a bunch of our guys that are doing that, man. It's awesome. But not too much to go after. If you have just tuned in, our guy Jake Nawrot, he did give us a quote from the visit. We'll go ahead and read that if you didn't catch that. Here's a quote from his visit here, from the man himself that has been caught up in all the viral drama. He said, "I love the coaching staff at Kentucky and the schematic part of it all. Practice was amazing too." So he's been able to go to spring practice. And we're talking about him getting back up there maybe for a visit. He said, "No, depends on where home is." So I don't know if he wants to commit before taking more official visits or wants to wait till the season gets going. We'll see. But hopefully we'll get Jake Nawrot on the show here sooner than later before the season. I think we'll definitely get him on. And, man, heck of a player.
Awesome.
Heck of a player. Jake, shout out if you're watching. We got to meet his family. He's got a great head on his shoulders and nothing but bright future for him. I think everyone knows his name by now. That follows recruiting, which is weird. You go,
after last week.
Yeah, that's got to be weird, man. Just putting yourself in his shoes, like I don't know. You go from just being your quarterback, probably your local city knows you, to where everyone that follows football recruiting knows his name.
He thought it was just a random picture too. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, I know, right?
that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
knew it was gonna go viral.
Yeah, he had no clue that no one knew.
Yeah,
They thought they were just. I mean, Heisman Trophy. I'm taking a picture next to it. I don't care whose name's on it.
not for sure.
I don't care whose name's on it. You can put Bobby Boucher's name on it.
That'd be cool. I'd definitely take a picture with that one.
And
if somebody spent that much money.
Okay, good. Let's just go early prediction. Who's winning the Heisman next year? Early prediction. Arch Manning.
Wow. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
You think it's definitely a quarterback? Definitely.
Yeah, it's a quarterback here.
Okay.
Too many good ones coming back. But man, I think give me
Darian Mensah.
Give me Say as a front runner.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the front runner going in. I think it's gonna be Arch Manning preseason. And you know what? I'm gonna give Arch Manning the benefit of the doubt. Prove me wrong, Arch. I was on the other side, and I think rightfully so. But I believe in progression. What you come in is not what you leave as. I think he does put in the work in. Looks like a hard worker. Looks like a great kid. So I will say I will have Arch Manning as of now, my Heisman frontrunner entering the season. Can that change? Yes. If he shits another brick week 1 like he did last year, yeah, I'll probably move him off that. But right now, that's where I have. So yeah, loaded show, man. Anything you want to touch on? We got hot seats covered. We got our risers and fallers from the draft, and we did some recruiting, a lot of recruiting talk. Anything you want to add in maybe the college football world? I know we NFL. AJ Brown. You think AJ Brown's gonna get traded?
Yeah, he should.
Draft night or before draft night? After draft? I think before the draft.
Yeah.
On? I like that.
But he needs to play the good quarterback. Yeah.
Where's he gonna go?
Is a good quarterback, but he ain't a good thrower. He could be, but he's a good quarterback. It's weird.
I know. Where do you think he goes?
Who would want him?
Well, I've heard that the Patriots
I was gonna say that.
and the Rams.
I was about to say Patriots and then the Broncos.
Now the Patriots and the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. I'm hearing the Patriots and the Rams.
If the Rams got him with Puka,
I think the Rams are going all the way in. I mean, they're wanting to send out Stafford right way, and you love to see when the organization does that. They go all the way in. But yeah, look, here's the headline from AJ Brown. But they said the Eagles are holding off on a trade right now. But the Rams and the Patriots remain interested. So I don't know. Those are definitely two teams I didn't expect.
No, I have Patriots for sure. They just need guys.
They just got Romeo Doubs.
Yeah, they lost Diggs.
Yeah,
he sucks. Diggs with Dobbs?
Yes.
You're tripping.
Romeo Doubs is better than Stephon Diggs right now.
No way.
Yes, he is.
Did you watch games last year?
Yeah.
Diggs was balling.
Diggs is about to go to jail.
We're not talking about his off the field issues. That's completely.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Diggs is just washed. But I don't know.
They would not even. I don't know.
So you think AJ Brown could go to
New England? Yeah.
New England.
Dobbs and him? Yeah, they need him still. Dobbs is not number 1.
Okay. Am I crazy? I don't know who they would give up for. I don't even know if they have capital to give up to him, but would it be weird to see him in like Jacksonville?
Am
I crazy?
Yeah. I just don't think it's a Jacksonville thing to do, yeah. Make a swing like that.
But that'd be a swing.
Be nice.
Respectable swing.
It'd be a good swing.
Respectable swing.
It might put him on top.
They would. Travis Hunter coming back for the full season. What's he gonna do? Is he focusing on corner now? I think he is.
He's better at corner, bro.
I think he's only a corner now.
Good.
And well, it's good for him.
He was still overdrafted.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. He's still a good player, but you don't draft a corner top 3 unless you're Darrelle Revis. And with all due respect.
Oh, we've seen it though.
There ain't been no Revises in a long time though.
I know. Well, I mean, Patrick Peterson, when he came out, he was tough.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago too.
I know.
10 years ago. I mean, it's like his prime.
And then Surtain.
Yeah, he ain't with them guys though. He ain't with them guys, man.
Okay. All right.
He's the best corner now. He ain't with them guys.
And then what about?
There's nobody on those guys' level right now.
Was Denzel Ward?
He's solid, but he ain't. He ain't.
Trying to think of the top corner, top
fame.
DB candidates that's come out in the last like 10 years.
I mean, Denzel Ward was he drafted like 5th.
Yeah,
but he shouldn't have been either. And then Jeff Okudah went like top 10.
He was
CJ Henderson from Florida went top 10.
Yeah,
most corners just don't work out when you draft in top 10 because it's such a hard position.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, man. Well, we are about to close it out here in just a second. I do want to thank everyone that's been tuning in. It's been a hell of a show. Can't wait to get into some more content. We got some more stuff on the way. We're going to be going to some more events,
Mhm.
going to some things here. Like I said, some coaching clinics, maybe get some vlogs out. Um, and yeah, man, we're hopefully adding a new member to Home Squad Sports here soon as well, a writer, a journalist, so we
Yeah.
can start getting some articles out and stuff like that and really taking that next step. And we're going to get a lot of player interviews starting. So recruits, we got guys in college going into their second. We have anybody going to their third year? No, we just have second
Not
years.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have some guys going to second year. The number 3 athlete of the nation just followed us. So trying to link up with him, get some talks in here, get some talks here. But we got some guys that are going into their second year of school, and we got our guys going into their first year, and then our new crop of recruits, our new crop of guys who are going into their senior year and trying to win a state championship in their respected states. And it's going to be awesome, man. This is one of my favorite times of the year because you get to see guys who they're shaping their future. You know, the Jake Nawrots. You know, we got guys like 2 years ago. I mean, just Jason Wright. You
Yeah,
know,
Jason Wright.
we got Daly. You
Mm.
know, and we have big guys too, man. And like I love the guys that are at the big schools and they're proven that this is why they recruited by the big schools. I mean, you got our guy Brett Collegier here, man, who's showing out at spring ball as a true freshman. He's with Luke Wafel coming in, Kenai Pepe. I mean, look at this dude. He's going to play center at USC. Was at IMG. And our guy, if you want to see his interview we did with him, just type in, Brett Collegier or on our channel, and we did a hell of an interview with him. Hell of a kid with a good head on his shoulders. Comes from 6-0 Academy with Matt McChesney, the best offensive line trainer in the nation, who also trains our boy, Jackson Roper, trains a number of gentlemen, young men, who really make that's where the game's won, man, is on the line. Everyone knows, and Matt McChesney at 6-0 Academy makes that move and kind of I think he's one of the good guys, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He's doing it, he's in it for the right reason. He helps these kids, they have workouts at 6 in the morning before school. Jackson Roper's in there early in the morning. Brett Collegier was in there early in the morning. Deacon Schmidt, who now's at Oklahoma. um, Trey Zune back in the day, who's now about to be in the league.
It's more impressive for Matt Chesney being there than the kids.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, yeah.
I swear to God.
It's like I get the kids getting there trying to make your future.
Oh yeah,
He's already done that.
he's 36. His body's beat up.
You don't have to go there.
His body's beat up from playing ball. He's had back issues. If you're familiar with this situation, anybody. He played O line and D line in the NFL.
Yeah, crazy.
Give me the list of players who did that. It's a short one, but who played O line and D line in the NFL? How many people can say they did that? And Matt McChesney did it. So, he gets up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and goes out and trains these guys every morning. As well, has afternoon sessions. He not only gets after it with the drills, they do 10 out of 10, 1 out of 1 board work. And he's one of the best offensive line I've seen, like a savant, and knows the X's and O's. He gets these guys ready. And there's a reason why all the top offensive line coaches in the nation at the college level, they go to Matt McChesney if they need an offensive lineman. So shout out to him, friend of the program. I want to get him on before the season too, and he's a busy man, but hopefully to get him on. We're going to be doing some content with Landon Tingwell. If you're familiar with Landon Tingwell, hell of a former offensive lineman out of Penn State. He does great content with all 22 stuff, and he knows all ball, not just offensive line. But Dalton, any last words here before we preview our interview? Anybody sticking around, we really appreciate it because we got our Jacoby Lane interview right after this. You got any last words?
Man, hopefully your basketball team's still playing next week when we're on here.
Oh, I think they will. Florida. Oh, they will.
Oh, I'm just saying for everybody watching.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully our basketball team will be playing next Monday because that means you made it past the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, which is hard. That's the money makers right there. First 2 rounds.
Exactly.
That puts the madness in March Madness. Is the first 2 rounds. My Gonzaga Bulldogs, his Florida Gators trying to repeat, which I do think they have a pretty good road.
Yeah.
Do you all have to? Will you all possibly play Kentucky again 4th time if they win?
Probably not. We might have to play Vandy again though.
Yeah, I know. They want that matchup.
Wow, they screw us.
I knew y'all was done. When Condon, I don't know if you remember, when 99, the fat dude hit that 3 in Condon's face, it was over.
They had the biggest fluke game ever. They shot 50% from 3. But that could happen in the tournament too. That's why you never know. That's why nobody's ever had a perfect bracket.
Nope.
You never will.
Well, but you all possibly needed that loss too.
That's what I said. It's hard to win. You can't win 19 straight.
No.
And it's high golden after a loss.
And you got to win
Jesus.
6. And you got to win 6 straight to win it all.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
25 straight.
We won 12 in a row before.
Oh, okay.
So it would have been 19 to win the title.
Okay, got you.
So I think we needed a loss as well. The blowout maybe. I don't know if they needed a blowout loss, but we'll see. Last time we lost, Todd Golden got us on a 12-game win streak. So we'll see what happens. And shit, he's a good tournament coach. He's already proved that.
He is, man, and he's fiery.
Oh, everybody hates him if you're not a Florida
That's
fan.
a good thing,
and
though.
I love it.
If you're a college basketball coach, and if you've won anything and hated, that's a good thing.
I love being hated again.
Yeah, it's usually a good thing.
We used to be hated, we had Billy D. Now we're hated again, and it's fun. It's fun to be hated.
It is. No, it is.
We got to get that way in football, too. So we'll see if we can get that there in football, too.
When people are chasing, when you're on top, yes, it's stressful. It feels like 80% of the season doesn't matter because you're supposed to be, at the end, you're supposed to be in contention. But no other feeling than being in a stadium or being surrounded by people that want you to lose and you don't. So we'll see how it shakes out. I think there's not that many Cinderellas, but we'll see. We're going to be wrong. We'll be wrong by at least one team, but that'll pretty much do it here. Home Squad Sports. Shout everyone tuning in. We'll be back next Monday, 8 p.m. with a fresh new 5 recruits that we put on last week. And as anything that pops off in the NFL draft world, NFL free agency, and college football, I guess Alabama's going to be without Aiden Holloway, who's trying to be like young Jeezy. I don't know, man. And I think before that, NIL, I don't know if you could ever stop it because I don't know. But maybe because I know with NIL, players get paid twice a year. They get their whole NIL check in 2 payments. They get it before the season and either towards the end or after the season. Yeah. I think NIL should probably get changed to where they get it monthly, like their stipend check, how it was before, just to maybe not have guys trying to, I don't know. But I don't know. If you have a rigorous schedule of an SEC basketball team and you still carve out time to sell drugs, that's on you. Yeah. Like, that's on you, bro.
He had structure already, yeah.
Yeah, like
he didn't have structured life.
But you really don't have time to sell drugs. You made the time.
Exactly.
You made the time.
Yeah.
Even as like a high school athlete, if you're at a decent high school program, you don't have time to do pretty much anything, let alone sell drugs.
Yeah, no shot.
And if you're a college athlete, trying to make
a good one too.
Yeah.
Baller.
Yeah.
He's averaging like 19 this year.
Yeah. Did he transfer?
No, he's second year there. I think
he's already. Yeah, that's what it was.
He was a big recruit.
He's a big recruit. Yeah. So yeah, I guess they'll sit him out for the tournament, or maybe they'll do. They'll do that thing.
Alabama.
Well, they might do the thing with
Nate Oates. Nate Oates is not gonna.
No, I know. A lot of media outlets don't like to give others credit where they get information, but I will. And I was watching. It was a Barstool. It was Mark Titus. Mark Titus was talking about this. He said, "Well, this is since this situation, since he is an Alabama basketball player, he's probably going to miss a total of 6 minutes."
Oh yeah, Brandon Miller. Yeah, he did spend that.
So he's going to get a 6-minute suspension.
He did send that guy off. So exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then they had the G Leaguers coming in, and there's no morals at Bama basketball. So yeah, it sucks. Seems like their runs pretty much they weren't going to go on a run anyway, but. We'll see, man. We'll have you loaded, and stay tuned for the Jacoby Lane interview. We'll go ahead and play that now, and you all have a great night. We'll see you on Monday. Peace.
Yeah, we'll see y'all then.
Peace. All right, sitting here with Jacoby Lane after the final day of Senior Bowl practice. How'd it go, my man?
Yeah, just super blessed to once again compete with the best, being able to come out here, show my talent, show all the work we put in this week, whether it's on special teams, offense, and just getting to come out here and with the best guys and really go with each other and go to work every day. It's almost like fall camp, but at that same time, you build that bond with these guys, and it's more of a reason to go out here and work rather than just see it as a burden and a practice day. It's more of a day to have fun and be able to grow as a man and a person and a football player. So it's been nothing but a blessing to be out here.